What's up, and welcome to episode 9 of the Not So Indie Show, a monthly show, not a weekly show, where we get together and chat about the world of everything other than indie gaming, although we do still chat about indie games because we love them so much. But this is a show where we go through the bigger games we've been playing, or shows we've been watching, or board games we've been playing. We also go through we don't actually cover news anymore, but we do the Not So Indie quiz. That's not what it's called.
That's not
I wish it was
incredible.
No.
It is called the...
It's called the
it's called the Extraordinary Quiz.
There we go.
It's fucking terrible now.
Yeah, the extraordinary quiz, which this week is all around video game characters. And then we finish with a main topic, kind of discussion-based topic. And this week this month, we're covering games that defined a video game or a console platform. So that could be games that we thought maybe really pushed the console to the next level, or games that we just, every time we think of that console, we think of that one game. But
as a note, we're starting from PlayStation.
We're not going way back beyond.
Because they don't let me talk about my games.
But yeah, that's a long time
I can only
back.
go as far back as a Mega Drive. Anyway,
so we're going from PlayStation because we can all vouch from that time onwards. But yes, anyway, let's get into it. As always, my name's Lewis. You can find me at What's Up Woody. To my left is Tom. You can find him at Shrieking Prophet.
Yeah.
To my right,
you can remember.
To my right, you can find Dan at The Dice Bear. Jets,
Hey,
been a good month.
Stop.
hammer time.
It's time for the beer.
It's the
The
beer.
mystery bag of beer.
So new listeners, we have, or for listening people and new people who are watching, we have a mystery bag that came back. I don't know if it's ever been on this show. It used to be on the weekly show.
Yeah,
Every now and
we
then.
did it at Christmas, didn't we?
We used to do it before we
So
recorded
Tom
videos.
brings a random section of beers.
that's right.
Back
He
when it
gets
was
given his
audio.
pocket money, and
Yes.
then he holds out the bag. And
in a cheap
I have to
plastic
close it.
white bag.
Yep.
I bring an assortment of beers, usually ranging from awful to okay. And this week there are only one kind of beer, except for a single beer that is different from all the other ones.
And if you get that beer, you win.
You win.
So far it's been John Smith's.
John Smith's is the overwhelming beer in this bag.
Yeah.
okay.
So Dan, if you close your eyes, please, as I bring out this time a cost cutter's bag. As we
Bag changes.
we cut costs. Have you
Right,
opened it up for
where
you?
are we
Have a rummage,
Thank
have a
you.
rummage.
Having a rummage. Oh,
This is great for the audio listeners.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Well, he's got audio.
This
He's got
one.
a bag.
This one.
Hey!
It's a Carl's bag.
Congratulations.
Probably the shittiest lager in the world.
I don't know.
Thank you very much.
Carling
Carling is pretty bad.
Carling's
Yeah.
pretty bad.
Enjoy your lager.
Thank you, my
While I
friend.
sip my bitter.
Join us next week for another thrilling episode of What's in the Bag, Slag.
That's what it's called now.
Yeah, that's it. Should we dive into what we've been playing or watching or doing this last month?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, let's do this.
Go on then, Tom. You kick us off because I know you're going to talk about Spider-Man DLC.
I am going to talk about it.
I'm quite happy because I've not played it. Have you played it?
I haven't played it, no.
So you guys haven't even touched DLC?
No.
Okay. So
I plan to. I've been playing something else.
I 100% the DLC. Done all that shit.
Platinumed it.
Don't know that shit.
Yeah.
Do new trophies come with the DLC?
Yes.
Cool. Thank you.
Which was kind of annoying because my 100% went down to 87.
But have you 100%ed it again now?
Well, I'm close. I've still got to do the New Game Plus and Ultimate Difficulty.
There's a new Game Plus trophy.
Yeah.
What's it worth? Bronze, silver, or gold?
I don't know.
It's got to be a gold. If that's anything less than a gold, then I can keep it.
Okay. But yeah, that came with the update prior to the to the DLC.
Yep.
But the DLC is episode 1 of The City That Never Sleeps, called The Heist, and features Black Cat heavily as the main new part of the game. She's really good. The chemistry between her and Spider-Man is great. It's classic Spider-Man stuff.
Yep.
Black Cat is the superior love interest in any form of Spider-Man, in my opinion.
Yep.
Okay.
Fuck MJ, fuck Gwen Stacy, fuck all of them. Kitty Pryde, don't
Gwen
care.
Stacy. I like Gwen Stacy.
Gwen, she's alright. She's dead. Who cares? Spider-Man's fault that she died. So in fact, you have to learn that lesson twice. I'm going off a tangent.
Yeah, come on. Is this DLC any good?
It's decent. I really enjoyed it. It's just very short.
Oh, okay.
What I
The
found
story
funny was
portion it ends quite quickly.
what I found funny was every review I've seen of it, people going, it just feels bad that it's just doesn't wrap things up, and I'm like, it's episode 1.
It's not supposed to wrap it up.
No, it's meant to.
The story
start.
continues.
It's
in the
meant
next
to be
two
like the
episodes.
start of the next two, but
Wait till next month, and
until they
another
bring
episode.
Venom in.
No, definitely not going to happen.
Probably not episode 2, maybe
The
episode
3.
titles are released now for all 3 episodes. So it's the Heist, Turf War, and Silver Lining.
Oh,
right?
fuck, yeah.
So
Silver Surfer.
no, Silver Sable. So
Silver Surfer.
obviously the end of the last one, Silver Sable, Black Cat are going to team up.
Oh,
Fantastic
on the other-
Four and Silver Surfer are coming in on episode 3.
Have
I
you
hope
not?
so.
Have you not seen the supposed spoilers for Avengers?
I've seen
Is
loads.
that Galactus is supposed to be in it, so maybe
He's
Silver Surfer
the
will turn
bigger
up.
threat, is the idea. That
Yeah.
he after Thanos is done, Galactus will be the next
Yeah,
one they're
I'll
going
take
to.
I'll take
Which I
that.
think sounds great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry to divert from
No,
to
obviously-
DLC.
No,
Yeah.
obviously
I love
we
talking
all-
about the MCU, so I don't.
Yeah.
We all got the DLC, didn't we? Did you get?
I didn't.
You didn't get the DLC.
Nah, I couldn't be fucked.
Fair enough.
I got the DLC, so it's installed on my PlayStation.
Yeah, it's worth playing.
You reckon play for it?
If you want to wait till all 3 are out, that's not a problem really. You
I
can
might.
do that.
I might.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wait till they're all out and then just do a
It might be more satisfying.
bulk and
that
play
way.
through
Played
that.
it quite heavily, and I'm just a bit done with it. Like, I'm not trying to talk down on Spider-Man at all,
You got
but
quite angry last week about it.
apart from it being Spider-Man, it was just playing any other old open world game. And I just did the same as any time I do that, I have to take a step away from open world games because they're all a bit repetitive.
But I find there are aspects of Spider-Man that only he can do that makes
of course,
it.
he's got webs, and the other ones haven't.
Yeah, but I'm saying even the web swinging. What other game
The web swing was
has
brilliant.
has you?
But that's it.
traversed
Yeah,
the
that's what I
world
mean. So
way?
that was the only difference, really. That was the only.
Yeah, and the story obviously is a very Spider-Man story. It's not.
Well, of course,
you're
I'd
not
be
gonna
annoyed
be-
if it was a bloody.
Yeah, so I'm saying you can't get similar stories.
Why are you giving me
of
Bruce
other
Wayne? I want
games.
fucking Peter Parker.
That'd be a crazy crossover though.
It would be.
Yeah,
Licensing issues
Not my
all
favourite.
over
though.
the
Batman
place.
and Turtles was my favourite crossover.
is that good?
Yeah, it's really good.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I wouldn't have said that.
Cool. You playing anything else, mate?
Yes, I've started playing God of War,
Oh,
the 2005 God of
Okay.
War,
Okay, no, that's still cool.
because I've never touched a God of War game.
Okay.
Right,
Well, so you're playing the first one.
Yes,
we've gone to a classic.
Wow.
I was thinking about it last month. I was saying that I wanted to play it, and
Yeah.
I just happened to go on the store, and I added it to my wish list last month, and it just happened to be reduced.
Yeah,
The collection for the first 2 games on PS3.
yeah.
Yeah.
They were
HD.
£4
Both.
to get the first 2 games. Yeah,
Wow. I played the first 3 games.
yeah.
I haven't played the newest one yet.
I only hear great stuff. So that's
Yeah.
why I wanted to do it.
I've played the first 3. I liked 2 a lot. I didn't like 1 and 3 that much.
3 is the one people really rave about. People say 3 is the best one.
I like Dante's Inferno. Do you remember Dante's Inferno?
Oh, I didn't
Yeah,
like
I
that
People
one.
never
really
played
hated
it,
it.
Played it.
But I loved it.
Yeah.
But I always like games that most people hate.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, yeah. So I'm excited to play. I'm going to play through all of them. I already own God of War 3 on PS4.
Yep.
Oh, because it was free.
Came on my console.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
What one was free? That was free as well.
The
wasn't it?
HD remix.
PlayStation
slot, wasn't
Plus
it?
was. I'm sure it was God of War 3.
that
they
may
gave
have
away.
been free. Was it
Last-
I
year?
can't remember.
No, like last month.
Was it?
No.
Yeah. Honestly, God of War was free on PlayStation Plus the last couple of months.
Oh, I didn't.
So I remember
know that.
downloading it thinking, oh, okay, I'll download that.
Well, it doesn't matter. I've already got it, so I didn't
Oh,
probably pay
it's-
attention. So
Keep going. I'm going to remember which one it was. But yeah.
okay, but yeah. So I started playing that, which is a PS2 game on the
Yep.
PS3. It's the remaster for the PS3, which is Blue Point did that.
Did they?
Really?
I didn't
Nice.
realise they've been going that long doing remasters, but it's a Blue Point remaster, and it holds up so well. Like the combat's a little slow, which is a PS2 game, but it still fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
August. It was free in August. God of War 3.
Oh really?
Remasters.
Oh wow. Well, yes, I've
Along
probably
with
just paid
Destiny
attention
2.
because I own it. So, but yeah, I've barely started because I've been really tired this week and I can be asked to play anything. But I really want to delve into that. Hopefully over the weekend, play the whole thing.
Cool.
Because it's a cool game.
Yeah, they are cool games.
I'm glad I'm playing all of them because I think that way I'm going to enjoy the escalation of them getting better.
Yeah.
You know, because especially because I'm playing 1 and 2 on PS3 and I'm going to play 3 on PS4, so that's
Yeah.
going to be a huge jump in quality.
Yeah.
And
And then
the new
one's going to be like I'm going to think that's amazing. Hopefully, if it's any
Yeah.
good, I don't know, but yeah, I'm glad I'm playing
Nice.
that. They seem quite cool. It's not cool games.
So that's your
Cool.
plan.
If
for
you want
next-
them, they're really cheap. Get them now. So
They're still cheap.
I think so. It was
One
this.
and two.
It
I
was
just haven't got time to play
Monday.
them.
I ordered it. I paid for
The
it,
store
so-
gets updated on Wednesdays for deals.
Oh, lame. But yeah, it was so
Big
cheap.
Halloween deal this time,
Cool.
isn't there?
Yeah, there
It's
is.
a bit rubbish.
If you've not played some of the games, it's fine, but they're not.
Which is why I was so happy when I saw it.
Yeah.
I never touched it. So.
Cool. Shall I go?
Yeah, go for it.
Cool. So I have been playing 2 games mostly
Right.
over the last month.
I just read his sheet.
Yeah, obviously we played Spider-Man. So I got into Gwent about 2 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Started dabbling in Gwent, going, I'll give it a go. Kind of got addicted to it. I was like, there's a lot going on here. I really like this. Played a lot of it for about 6 weeks. Then 2 weeks ago, I heard that it was coming out of beta, full release, and the update was called Homecoming. It was coming out and completely changing the game, literally changing the game. Like, we're not just bringing new things, changed most of the card text, changed the way the game's played, changed the format of the game, changed the game. Like, but completely based, well, what they were saying was based on community feedback. We want to address everything that everyone said about in the community, which they have done to an absolute brilliant point, and I'll make a point on that more later. But anyway, then I really got annoyed when I found out that it wasn't coming to PlayStation and Xbox until the 4th of December.
Oh, okay.
And I was getting to a stage where I just qualified to play competitive ranked on PlayStation. I got to rank 19. After that, you get into the top 1,000. The next rank after that is top 1,000, top 100. Sorry, top 1,000, top 500, top 100. And that's what I was going for. And then I was like, okay, I don't want to get behind. If I wait 6 weeks, I'm going to be way behind. So I downloaded it on PC. It meant, luckily, I hadn't ever spent money on the game. I'd only used in-game currency to buy deck. So I did lose all of my progress in that respect.
Yeah.
But I've been playing it on PC now for 4 days since it launched. I've got like 25 hours on it in 4 days.
Fucking hell.
Oh my god, the changes are brilliant. So the biggest issue Gwent had before was round 3. So the game's played in 3 rounds. It's a TCG for those who don't know. Based heavily around, it's the game very different to what you play in The Witcher 3, but it's inspired by that game.
Yeah.
The issue they had before was normally whoever won the toss would win round 1. They'd play hard to win round 1. Then the next person would win round 2. And then whoever got luck of the draw would win round 3. That was normally what it was, because everyone would spend all their cards. They'd have 1 or 2 cards in hand round 3.
Yeah.
And if they drew 2 better cards than you, they won. They've completely changed it, so round 3 is the most important round now. And just by the amount of cards you draw, the amount of mulligans you have, the way the coin toss works. So every round is a full tactical fight. Like, passing on a round is just as good as playing a big card. The animation of cards are very nice. So what happened was CD Projekt Red said that they wanted to release a single player campaign a lot for Gwent. When it comes out full, they want to release a full single player campaign. They're going to be played by people who don't want to play competitive ranked.
Yeah.
And apparently, a bit into the development of it, they were like, do you know what, this is huge. Like, why don't we just release single player stuff for Gwent, but we would just release this as a game, because this is huge. So they released Thronebreaker, which is a unbelievably good RPG game. Thronebreaker is an RPG set in the Witcher world. Do you guys even know about Thronebreaker? No. So Thronebreaker, it's a £23 game. Like, let me explain it and then get your head around the pricing of it, because that is bonkers. You will fucking love Thronebreaker. It is a fully fleshed, classic Baldur's Gate style RPG. The art style is stunning, but every battle plays out in Gwent battles. But to the point of where you're walking on the road and there's a landslide, and then all of a sudden, rather than being a Gwent battle, it's a puzzle. So there's 3 boulders on the roads, and they move down the rows on a timer, depending on what one's attacked first. And you have to play your cards to then destroy them off and move on.
Yeah.
It's very pen and paper inspired. So then you'll come across someone, it'll be like, so do you, for example, I came across this argument in a village. These, what do you call them, peasants, had been stealing, that's what they're called in the game,
course,
obviously.
yeah.
What do you call them? Those poor people who are grubby and
Shions.
Peasants have been stealing from a baker's shop, basically. These kid peasants have been stealing from a baker's shop. And you go there and the writing is fecking amazing. The voice acting is amazing.
Right.
And then what happens is, like, so you're playing as a queen, travelling across to go to a castle for a thingy, but you're doing stuff along the way. And the shop owner's like, I want them hung. Like, they've taken my stock. I want them hung. And the peasant's like, we're just trying to eat. So then you choose what you want to do. And then that hugely affects the morale of your troops. So if your morale of your troops go down, all the cards in your deck are decreased by 1 power. If your morale of your troops are up, then up. Then also, depending on what you do, means... So I saved the peasants. I said, no, don't worry, we won't save. So it meant that town didn't like me. So any area around that town now, any battle I got into was harder, because they were annoyed. Right. But the peasants later on gave me a massive gold thingy. They were like, oh, we found this money, but we don't need it. We're happy with where we live.
We don't need it because we're peasants.
Yeah, but
well known for
peasants.
not needing
but they're like, we love your loyalty, and gave me...
Right, okay.
So it literally is, every decision has a huge consequence or action reaction.
Yeah.
And it just builds on and on and on and on from that. And then certain places now, I can't go to a town because I've pissed them off so much. So I can't go through that town anymore.
Hang on, we're talking about the game or real life?
It sounds like
I'm
a lot to
confused.
me.
And I've played it now. So I've got 25 hours on Gwent.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I've got 14 hours on Thronebreaker. The game apparently is a 40-hour RPG.
Jesus,
It's
it's
hitting-
23 quid.
Oh, it's hitting around. Like some websites, it's between a 9 and a 10 on the reviews I've seen of it. People are loving it. If you like The Witcher...
Do they mix between each other?
So, I have one thing I don't like about Thronebreaker.
Go on.
But I completely understand why they've done it. So, firstly, when you first start Thronebreaker, it gives you 3 difficulty options. It says, never played a TCG.
Yeah.
Played TCGs but never played Gwent. or experienced in Gwent. So I chose experienced in Gwent. Fuck me, the game is hard. Like, really hard.
Okay.
But then what it does is, certain cards that you play in Gwent have different text in Thronebreaker. And the reason they have different text is because they are to fit in with the story. Mm-hmm. So the idea of Thronebreaker is you can set camp up any way you want. And then you need to upgrade your mess tent, your training facilities, your scout tents, your royal tents. And by doing that, you get new cards. But because Gwent has a limited amount of cards, no doubt it'll get expansions as it goes on. Now it's out of beta. The text on the cards, they're like not in Gwent. And then the ones that are in Gwent are slightly different to fit in with the story. So like you're talking to this person because you're actually interacting with this person in the game rather than what you'd be doing in Gwent. Their card text are different because in Gwent they're just played as a leader. Yeah. But in the game they're played as a leader, but because you've interacted with them this time, they've got a buff on this. And so that's coming from someone who's put in a lot of hours on Gwent so far. That's my only thing. If you didn't ever want to touch Gwent, or you didn't ever want to touch Gwent, but you wanted to jump on Thronebreaker, you'd never have that issue. Not one bit at all. It's coming to consoles, Thronebreaker, on the 4th of December, alongside the full release of Gwent on consoles.
It's weird, I've never heard of it at all.
Is Gwent still going to be a free-to-play?
Yep, Gwent's still free to play. And they perfect... So,
top lads.
When you buy Thronebreaker, you get... So your brother was a bit iffy about this. So every Thronebreaker's got exclusive cards. So you find cards in the world that you can use in Gwent, but you can still get them in Gwent. They're just expensive to craft.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Now they're not game-changing cards. They're not like there are cards in Gwent that
they're not broken.
They're golden cards, but they're cheap golden cards.
Right.
So one of them, for example, is very situational. I unlocked it earlier, and I tried playing a game of Gwent with it. I couldn't get it off, and it was swap your hand with your graveyard. So basically, discard your whole hand and take your graveyard. And
that's an amazing card.
It is, but
you play that just before the 3rd round.
No, you only get the amount of cards. You don't get all your cards back.
Oh, okay.
Because Gwent's all based on hand advantage. You can't.
Yeah. I was just about to say because that was fucking insane.
Basically, you got 4 cards in hand.
Woohoo, bitches! I've got my entire deck.
So I played it once. You got 4 cards in hand. What it means is you choose 4 cards from your graveyard, swap your hand. So it can be good, but it's situational. It's not a Gigny card, which is one of the most powerful cards in the game at the moment. But they add more to it. Those cards are able in Gwent. You can craft them in Gwent. They are more expensive than the other cards.
But you can still get them.
You can still get them. Okay. Completely free. You can still get them for completely free. But what is nice also, showing loyalty to those who jumped into Thronebreaker.
Well, you get these cards.
You get borders. So you find borders throughout the world and little titles. So little things that doesn't affect your gameplay.
Yeah.
But it's just like, look at me, I've got this cool border, I've got this cool title and things like that. And also by buying Thronebreaker, you get 5 premium kegs. Now a premium keg is basically, premium cards in Gwent are animated. So they move. So you basically get the standard kegs, but every card you get is an animated card.
Right.
So you look a bit swishy.
Yeah, you look a bit swishy.
I have no problems with that in games.
As soon as I found out it was
swishy, so
that's about time. Yeah.
So I'd only heard about Thronebreaker. It got announced very last minute, 3 weeks before it launched. They were like, "Oh, Thronebreaker's coming, by the way. It's an RPG," and everyone was like, "What the hell is it?" And then they showed some gameplay, and people were like, "It doesn't look like a Witcher game. It looks like a kind of old school Fallout game more than a Witcher game, or Baldur's Gate in terms of its
top down."
Yeah, top down.
Yeah.
It's so weird this has come out
and then reviews started coming for it, and I was like, "Wow, it's doing really well." And I checked, I was like, $23.50. I'm fucking buying that straight away. And then I said all the perks I get from Gwent, and I was like, "Well, I'm basically making my money back from what I get for drops in Gwent."
Yeah.
So I was like, I get it, and I can't stop playing it. I've got Red Dead installed on the PlayStation, but I want to keep playing Thronebreaker. It's so good, and
goddamn.
What it does so well is it's simple.
Yeah.
It's like old school pen and paper style RPG. Move around the map, find loot, interact with people in different ways. Everything's written very nicely, fed to you, and the battles play out in Gwent style. I think you'll really like it.
It does sound like a game I'd really like, yeah.
It's
Especially
really
if I
fun.
can then connect it to Gwent, because that means
Yeah.
I'd play it a shitload.
Gwent's
That
good.
wouldn't really be very good for Incredible, though.
Never see you again.
Well,
So, Dan, what have you played this week? Well, I played Thronebreaker and Gwent. You played that for the last 5 weeks. Fuck off, it's good.
last
Alright,
game I'm going to
just-
quickly talk about Soulcal. Soulcal released last Friday.
And
I've
Soul
been playing
Calibur.
Soul Calibur 6.
Yeah.
For those of you not hip with the kids.
I've played a lot of Soulcal this week. A lot.
All I can say about Soul Cal is the character creation looks great.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. Did you see who I made?
Do you know what I can say about Soul Cal? He got beat by a 4-year-old. 6. Sorry.
Yeah, he
6.
was.
Do you know who I
It's
made
alright.
from Soulcal?
Oh god.
Have you not seen on Twitter?
No.
I avoid you on Twitter.
I avoid Twitter.
So I
This
made.
is why you've got to follow Shriek of
I
Profit.
made. So I said on Twitter. I said, keep
Go on,
your,
show us,
keep
show
your
us, show
anime
us.
characters. I made Nick Parker from Blind Fury.
Means nothing to me.
Do you not know Blind Fury?
No.
You've got to watch Blind Fury.
There he is.
It's
Heard
the
of it.
worst and best movie ever made.
Wow.
I made
That
Nick
sounds
Parker
great.
from Blind Fury.
Oh.
And then people were like, what's
Who
Blind
the fuck
Fury?
is that?
Yeah. But no, the character creation is brilliant,
Yeah.
and there's more character packs coming along with it. People are making all sorts. I've just made.
All right.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Zidane from Final Fantasy IX. The little
Okay.
tail boy with the twin thingies. Used Grow to play, make him, but it's really cool. It's done. People are complaining about it online because the way character creation works is you choose a base character model to play off. So you choose like a character,
Right. Okay.
and then you basically just play as them. You just look different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the hitboxes are of that original character. So certain people you choose the fight style of Maxi, for example.
Ah, yes. Classic
Yeah.
Max.
So he's close range, mid-sized character.
I know.
You can't make him. You can make him huge, but the hitbox is the same as Maxi.
Yeah.
And people are complaining that they're coming up against people, and although on the title screen, the introduction scene, it will say the name of the made-up character, and
That's
underneath
frustrating though. I
underneath
agree.
it will say like Maxi.
Yeah.
People are complaining that when they get there, they're not working out who they are to be able to counter their moveset.
It's frustrating though if the hitboxes, if you made a huge character but the hitbox is tiny. That's
Yeah,
annoying.
that is irritating.
You-
And it doesn't
you're
matter what
limited
the
on-
thing at the
you're-
say at the bottom, but
Yeah, I've
the
not had an issue with
hitbox
it.
should change with the shape of your
And also,
character.
but the high level stuff, people aren't playing the made up characters. People are playing the set
Yeah,
characters.
yeah.
Well, that's
It's
how
only
they
in the
have to
lower.
change it.
It's only in the lower.
How's Geralt?
And Geralt is solid.
Yeah.
He's easy to pick up at first, but then if you want to get good with him, he's got a lot going on. Every character in classic fighting games has a special.
Yep.
Tap R2, and then they do a special. Geralt's special is okay, but the difference with Geralt is he uses his signs, understandably, to mix up the fight. But his signs use meter, so you don't. Very rarely do you use Geralt's special because you're burning through his meter quite a lot. Using meter, you got like Igni is really good to kind of combo into, and you got the Yard sign which throws them back. You can slow them down with the Yarden sign. But Geralt's good. He's a good mid-range character. He's not tier 1, I think. There's certain people I've seen online, I've come across online, and I'm like, you're just good. I can't. I'm like 2,500, just under 2,500 rank points now. Your brother's, I think he's about the same on. What's his name?
Tom.
Killen? No, not Killen. Killen?
Killick.
Killick. On Killick, he's about the same on Killick. But your brother is now playing someone, so it's my fault. I said, Tom, have you tried out Aswell? No. I was like, yeah, the wizard guy. No, I'm not trying out. I was like, something about him makes me think that you'll really like him. You'll get on really well with him. I wish I never recommended it to him.
You fucking
Aswell
nailed it
is
now.
fucking broken. He's not broken.
Tom's really good.
Because
I think that's what you're
the
trying
thing
to
with
say.
Aswell is, I come across Aswell fighters online. He's intimidating online, but the way people play him online and the way your brother plays him, completely different. Because people online don't know what they're doing with him. He's a very specific character. He has a lot going on. He basically has 6 weapons. You need to cycle between the weapons and use them all, and then you can call out a special move when you're already in soul charge that basically does 75% damage to the. So if you do it right, on round 3, you can just basically just rinse them. And this special hits anywhere on the.
I assume
battlefield.
Tom does that every time.
Oh fuck yeah! That
No,
sounds
because
like
it's
my
really
little brother.
hard to do. But what he does
okay,
he does it
so-
probably
Really?
one in 3 matches. He does it
He
because
hasn't got it down yet.
Yeah,
No,
no,
wait
it's-
till he gets it
week.
down.
it's very hard to do. It's not. You can't. It's not luck based, but there are elements that you need. Like, for example, he needs to be able to get away from me so he can switch weapons. If I keep pressuring him and he can't switch weapons, he can't get it out. Simple
Right,
as that.
okay.
Well,
Good luck.
but no, Soul Cal is very good.
I'm just going to jump in on there. Just as a moment of glory is me and Lewis played this and I beat him most of the time.
You did?
No.
Yeah, I haven't played since he's been practicing and I won't play again.
This is
But
like-
for that first period.
It's like when I
beat
played
him.
him in Dragon Ball.
Yeah,
destroyed him.
Yeah.
I fucking won.
Dan come around launch day, wasn't it? You played it?
Yeah, launch day.
last Friday.
Wow.
I
Congratulations.
beat him on
Beat me
most
with Nightmare.
games.
I still can't find
I
Nightmare.
beat you with Athena
fucking
as
pain in
well,
the arse.
and I beat you with
Athena? Do you mean Sophia?
Sophatia. Sorry,
I can't
different
find
games.
Sophia is. Your bro and I both agreed, just bullshit. She's basically the go-to, and I don't mean this directly to you. The
No, I
go-to.
won. You could fucking disrespect. I won.
She's the go-to for people who don't. She plays so easy. You
Oh,
smash
yeah.
buttons, and everything links with her.
That's
Oh,
great.
it's beautiful.
And what's
Yeah.
even worse is, so in Soul Cal, what's very different to other fighting games, is blocking is hold down X, not backwards because it's free
Right.
fighter. But blocking low doesn't block everything. It only blocks lows.
Right.
Where in other fighting games, you block low, blocks everything and lows. So you always block low. So in Soul Cal, having a mix-up between highs, mids and lows is really important because the person's got to switch their stance.
Right.
Sophia just literally her combo, every one of her combos mixes everything up. So you're always getting hit and just and she's so
So
quick
you've
as
got
well.
to know it perfectly then.
It's fucking
Yeah,
ridiculous.
you've got to know
That's
her
great.
routines to be like
That's
that.
great.
But
But yeah, I won.
yeah,
I won.
Dan did win.
I won.
He's a better player, so.
But no, Soul Cal is good, and also it has a fucking mammoth amount of single player content. So people who just want to play
Yeah.
around, it's got like a full on RP, like a 30-hour RPG made up custom character
That's really cool.
game in it. So yeah, Soul Cal, it gives my thumbs up. But yeah, that's
yes,
everything.
the patented Lewis thumbs
I've
up.
got to say, out of those though, now I may have to get Thronebreaker, sorry.
Soulbreaker. That's when Soul
I
Cal
mix
meets.
it- yeah.
You get to play Soul Cal characters in Thronebreaker.
Oh,
OP as fuck. Ivy's just wrecking people, mate.
they
No,
just put in all the whole card playing bit. And it's just going to be people up.
no, I honestly think I don't think you'll finish Thronebreaker.
Nah, sounds boring.
It's 30 to
No,
40
that
hours.
sounds really good, but I'm not. I'm at the
I
moment
think
not into card games.
you'll finish it over time, and I think you'll
Yeah.
enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a lot of tactical elements to the card playing part.
It does sound good. It sounds
it's-
like the type of game I'd
the
When
fact
you
really
is-
describe it, it sounds like
The
a
fact
bad
it's
game.
written like so well. It's the Witcher, like, and the Witcher's probably one of the best RPG games in terms of its story, and it's like
Pillars of the Earth up there.
it's like Han Solo.
Two.
Sorry, Solo and Rogue One, Star Wars stories. This is like The Witcher, but a Witcher story. It's set in the Witcher world. That makes sense.
Okay,
I was about to say, what massively shit.
I thought you were
And
gonna-
Disney
should-
I thought you were going to say like The Witcher is Rogue One and Thronebreaker is.
No,
I
no.
was
You
like,
just
what?
put me off those straight away.
No, as in, you know what I mean. So there's stories that are happening in that world,
Yeah,
and they're not
yeah,
tied into
yeah.
the main
Yeah.
main trilogy. Well, they might be. I've not played enough of it yet, but
Who knows?
that is going to wrap up everything I've played. Dan,
Played this week.
or
I haven't
this
played
month.
many. Oh, this month. I haven't actually played many AAA games. Obviously, I played Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Okay,
well,
we've
spoke
already spoken about
it's spoiler
Spider-Man.
cast.
But what I've been playing a lot of board games. I played Tiny Epic Zombies, which actually releases this week. So
Have
as
you
soon
spoken-
as it comes out.
Have you spoken about this before? I'm sure you have.
Yeah, I probably have. I backed it on Kickstarter,
Yeah.
but I've been playing it more. Fucking brilliant game. Really good fun.
Nice.
It comes in a tiny little box, fit in your backpack.
Ah,
Easy to play.
yeah.
Great fun. I've been playing Fantasy Pug Quest. I've been playing it single
Yep.
player. Bring it to you guys. If you're a patron, you already know about this game, especially if you're Brian, because you've backed it.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, I did. I saw it and I was like, "That's a game for Brian." I actually tweeted out before I'd even done my list of games. I was like, "Brian, this is one for you. You've got to check this out. This is going to be for you." And I don't know. What else is this month?
What's the one we played? The dice one.
Oh, UFO Go? No,
No.
the dice one. Oh, that's not even on Kickstarter yet.
Oh wow, it's good fun.
That's we
What is it?
played.
Heads
Dice
up,
battling
back
game.
up in a bit, so.
It's
Right.
a dice battling game, and I've forgotten the name of the
Arena
game
of
right
Valor.
now. No, that's a different game completely. That's really bad. I've forgotten it.
It was Dice Gate Battler.
It's a full combat dice game.
What is
Hang
it?
on. I shall check on Twitter because they're in touch with me. Oh, it's Masters of Get Town.
That's the one.
Right.
Masters of Get Town. It's,
What do you do?
Throw dice at
basically,
each other.
you throw dice at each other, but there's a perspex arena you throw these
Okay,
dice
yeah,
in,
sounds good.
and you can full on lob these dice at these other ones. You're trying to smash them into different areas, which will either give them extra points or against each other. It's really good fun.
Sounds really fun, yeah.
But it is a brutal. Because you were like, oh, can you throw it quite hard? And I was like, yeah, you can. He's like, I don't really want to try it. I'm scared of doing it. It's like, watch. I full on lobbed the dice at this thing.
It's
You
balance
get
of perspective.
yeah, you get a wonderful crack sound, but that's not on Kickstarter yet.
Ah.
So that was
Perks of the
perks of the job. You
Yeah.
write about it, you get sent these things, but that will come to Kickstarter soon. So that's
It's good
Masters
fun.
of Get Town.
That is good fun.
Really good game from Earth to Games.
Cool. And we played UFO Go-Go.
UFO Go-Go. In fact, you can watch us
That's
play
right.
that
Yes.
over on the Dice Bear.
That is great fun.
That is really
I'll
good
link.
fun.
Yeah.
I'll link the YouTube video below.
Yeah.
So if
And
you're
then
watching on
you watch
YouTube,
that one.
I watched some of that video,
Did you?
and I want to thank you
Go on.
for when I say roll the clip.
Oh, I did it. I
The
edited
clip
that
gets
in.
rolled.
Do you like the
alright?
fact I made it black
Take
and
notes,
white?
Lewis.
And I did it a couple of times just to see in that. Yeah, no, I had to.
That's
I
right.
had to. What's
And
really
I was
bad
right,
is-
by the way.
Yeah.
When the clip gets rolled, completely right.
but what?
You said
You
yes.
said yes during a part.
When
You weren't allowed to say yes or no, and you said yes.
You did. I
And
rolled
it's
the
there.
clip. Roll the clip.
Roll the clip.
He edited it. He could have chose any part.
No, because it just
That
happens.
is true. But still, UFO Go Go was really good.
Yeah.
But that's by Akapura Games. So
The guys who made Metronomonomon.
in fact, if you're
Metronomicon,
watching this, go and support it because they haven't hit their target yet.
Oh,
which
no.
shocks
Support.
me.
Yeah.
At this point, they hadn't hit it, and I was like, "But it's such a good game."
How long
so
left?
much fun.
I think there's a couple of weeks left. So
Okay.
you've got plenty of time from seeing this to be able to go and support it because you've got 1 week for our patrons,
Yeah.
and then you've got a week for the normal people. So
Be good
If you're
to
on Patreon,
play,
you get a
play
week
with
earlier.
family, that one. That's a good
It's a
for
brilliant
Christmas
one to
and
play.
stuff,
It's a really because it's easy to learn as well. It's a great one
Very easy,
for
yeah.
just like let's pop it out, let's have a game.
yeah. Proper have a laugh playing
Yeah.
it as well.
Yeah, it's good fun.
Boxing
Yeah,
Day
It's good
game.
fun. Yes,
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Cold turkey.
Your name comes around, you know.
yeah. You punch her in the face a couple of times. Oh, my nan's dead. I've only got a granddad left.
I've only got a nan left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we should get them together.
No, she's got dementia, so.
Mine's an alcoholic.
Oh right, well that's
That'd be
there you go.
Ideal.
Cheers, granddad.
Ideal.
Other than that, Haunting on Hill House. The Haunting of Hill House.
Yeah.
I didn't know we were doing other subsidized games.
Well, it's everything, isn't it? This is
I
our
made a fool
monthly
of
one.
myself.
That's
So
right.
I went to take my daughter to see Halloween, which
can't
for
believe
some
it was a
reason
15.
we thought it was a 15.
I don't know
I don't
why.
know why. Yeah, but some of the horror movies are 15. Some of the really great
I
ones
suppose.
are 15s.
Yeah.
Some of the shittier ones head towards the 18 because they include gore and sex, and
Nudity,
you're just
yeah.
like, yeah,
But I think
fine.
this one's quite heavy on the psychological horror.
And I'm good with that.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
can deal with it. She's had me as a dad.
Yeah.
You
The
know.
biggest psychological horror of all.
Yeah, I'm your dad. Fuck. You know, my life's ruined. Yeah, well done. Yeah, I don't care what Freddie and Jason are doing. Have you seen my dad? But I've been watching this. You told me about.
I've watched
talked about
four.
it
I've watched four
last week,
episodes
we
of it.
spoke
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah, we talked about it last week. It's
Yeah.
really good,
It's
but
good.
it's not your classic horror
How
movie.
much have you seen?
First, I think we've seen the first 4 episodes.
I've
I've
only
seen
the
4
first
episodes,
episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's more a drama about a family
That's what
coping
it seems like. There's
with
some
something
spookiness.
going. The spookiness, and there's some creepy bits, and they're really good at doing
It's
some.
Halloween right now.
But
so
you
Halloween.
never know if it's in
What?
their mind.
What?
Not Halloween yet.
It's not Halloween.
Well, it's Halloween month, isn't it? So
It's Halloween.
Halloween starts
But
October 1st.
I don't celebrate Halloween.
Halloween? Oh, it's American. You one of those, are you?
Well, no, actually, it's a pagan ritual the Americans took to make something
Correct,
else. So
correct.
straight away you're
But,
wrong.
no, I'm not
But
wrong.
You are.
Middle-aged
'cause you-
people are wrong.
You said I'm
love Halloween.
38. I'm middle-aged as they come.
Yeah, no, but you got to admit, anyone your age or older, whenever you talk about Halloween, they're like, oh, celebrate, it's American.
No,
Shut up.
no,
Have
because
fun, for
I am
God's sake.
38 and we do have fun, but I don't celebrate Halloween.
You're an exception. You're an outlier.
Because do you know what? Do you know what they do it wrong?
Who?
It should be celebrated the day before Halloween because it's Old Hallows Eve. It's the
yes.
celebration before.
Correct.
People celebrate the day and they've got it wrong.
I prefer Devil's Night.
Yeah, because we're all with fucking Crow, aren't we? Let's burn shit down and go mental. But
When's the
But
Purge
it's-
coming
it's-
out? You know? When are we going to do that?
when are we going to do the Purge?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's a new Netflix thing. But anyway, this
it?
haunted thing, yeah,
It's a
it's a new
First
series.
Fuck
series.
me, I don't know.
It's really good. It's well worth watching.
Yeah.
Can't be asked to say much more about it. 'Cause
No, it's good.
I
It's
felt
good.
like I've gone on for ages now and I need more beer.
That's cool. Are we ready for the quiz?
He hasn't
yeah, I
done
just
his
want to
yet.
say briefly.
Oh no, he has. He's,
that
he's
I
Spider-Man.
watched John Wick Chapter 2,
That was really good.
which
you
I
like
really
that?
enjoyed.
I didn't
Yeah.
like it.
Did
It's
you
not as
not?
good as the first, but it's
I
got
like the
some
first one a lot, but the second one I felt didn't need to be made. How they're making a third one, I don't know.
because they're after him now, aren't they? So, but anyway, I watched that. I watched
He
Annabelle,
buys a new dog.
Annabelle Creation. You guys seen that?
No, I don't.
I didn't want to watch it because the first Annabelle was terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. What you can, the very first Annabelle or the remake of Annabelle.
Annabelle, the Conjuring Universe Annabelle.
Okay,
it's
yeah,
called.
yeah.
I don't know
That
what
is
it's called.
terrible.
Awful film. It had a couple of good scares, but most of the film in general was bad.
Yeah.
This film had more good scares. It's better than The Nun. You
Yep.
know that.
Yeah, that was. What was that?
Yeah, I don't know. Other than the Conjuring films, the spin-offs seem mostly about the odd good scare
Yeah.
Yeah.
as opposed to a good story.
They're not
Yeah.
great.
The Nun had some good scares. There was one scare in Annabelle Creation I genuinely really liked. I always love stuff when it's the thing that's supposed to scare you is hard to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's obscured, and there's a great bit. It's been out for a few years. It's not really spoiled.
Get over yourself.
Yeah, where a little girl hides under the stairs, and she turns around and the doll's there. Annabelle's there in a chair.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, whatever. That's not
Yeah,
scary.
yeah.
But it's dark down there, and if you look closely, there is a demon standing behind the chair, holding the chair, and you can't really see it unless you're looking for it.
Yeah.
And that's genuinely
cool.
scary.
Yeah.
Because the chair goes, it flies backwards. But if you know the demon's there, you know the demon's like
Pulling
yanked
the
it
chair,
back.
yeah.
Yeah. But like, when I saw it, I was like, oh! I saw it just before the scene cut away. And I was like, oh, did you see that, Em? And she was like, no. I was like, put it back, because you got to see how creepy that was. That's a really good scare.
Yeah.
Best scare of the film. Rest of the film's okay.
Fair dues.
There you
Cool.
go. That's what
Fair dues. Should we give the fans, the listeners, the viewers?
What they've been after.
Well,
What they've
it's the
really
only reason they
watched.
tune in.
No, it's not.
The extraordinary.
If you read the
Extraordinary.
comments underneath these videos, it pretty much is the only reason people watch this.
I
They
hate the
don't-
quiz.
It is about the quiz.
So this
I'm
week's
winning right now, aren't I?
No, because
No.
you haven't been a few, so I've won most of them.
7-1 to Dan.
I thought they didn't count. I thought last time we decided they didn't count.
Fuck you,
as far
they
as I
do.
know, it's 3-2 to you. Is what my notes had over there.
Hell yeah.
We all know that's not true, guys.
So 3-2 to Tom.
Uh-huh.
We
not really.
we're gonna reset at the end of the year, so all to play for. We've got one more left after this.
Yeah.
Look, next time I'm not here, just call me, put me on speaker.
So this week's quiz,
I'll participate.
this week's quiz is based around video game characters.
Yes.
So I will say, for example, there's only 8. I will say a video game. I mean, I'll give you an A, B, or C of a character from that game. So, for example, there's a couple of fighting games in here.
Right.
Is it a character that's ever featured in that roster? Okay.
Boo. Okay.
Yeah. Now
We're
they
both bad at that.
Yeah.
two are made up. One is real.
One is real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other ones are sometimes the lead protagonist, the lead antagonist, the characters.
Basically,
That...
as long as they're a character in the game, it's fine.
We've got
So we
guess
start
who it
off
is.
with
Yeah.
Let's do it.
question.
Let's do this.
Question
Come
one.
on.
We're starting off with Street Fighter.
Oh god.
Boo.
Okay. Street Fighter.
Not
We're
bad,
looking
it's not
at 3 characters.
And Bison. Well done.
Is it
Move on.
character A, Akira? Character B, Akuma? Or character C, Azir?
C.
C.
Is it?
Saying Azir?
Yeah.
What are you saying, Azir?
I was saying Azir
Yeah,
as
we're
well.
saying Azir.
But no, I'll stick with Azir.
This is it.
Both saying Azir?
Yeah.
It's Akuma.
Ah.
What?
Akuma
Which
Matata.
Akuma is the character that everyone was a bit... It come to Tekken as well recently that I found out.
Why are we both so sure of Azir?
I thought it was Azir as well.
Yeah.
It's not Azir.
Oh well.
Question 2.
Yep. I'm just going to pick the same.
Ghosts
issue.
and Goblins.
Oh fucking hell.
Uh-oh.
Lead character in that
Yeah.
is a name Alex, Arthur, or Addy.
I'm going to let you answer first.
It's Alex.
You're saying Alex,
Yeah.
I'm going to
Alex,
go with Arthur.
Arthur, or Addy for Ghosts
might
and
be
Goblins.
Arthur.
I'm going to go with Arthur.
You're going with Arthur.
I'm sticking with Alex. Just,
Alex?
Yeah, that's what I said. Just do it.
It is
If it's Addy, I'll punch you.
Arthur.
Oh.
It is Arthur.
Fair
I
enough.
thought Dan would get that one because it's an old school game.
It's an old school one.
Yeah,
My
but
only
I
chance. is going-
I thought Alex was like a proper name of that time. You know?
It's Arthurian legend. He was supposed to be King Arthur going
Yeah.
through it.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Devil May Cry.
Oh fuck.
Is
Go on.
character name from that Damien,
Oh,
Dante, or Gabriel?
Wait,
it's Dante.
It's Dante.
Yeah.
Damn it.
But that one was a bit easy. Come
thought-
on, mate.
I did think it-
Seriously.
I did
Very
think it was.
easy,
I
yeah.
did think it was. The reason I only put it in there was because I threw Gabriel in as well. And I didn't know how much you guys knew DMC.
I know Dante.
Splinter Cell
Oh shit. There we go.
is a lead character from Splinter Cell
Yeah.
called Steve Fisher,
You know it's gonna be like the most.
Sam
boring name.
Fisher, or Frank Fisher.
It's Sam
Sam
Fisher.
Fisher. Yeah.
You both know that one?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
It's not Frank Fisher?
No, no.
I
I like the idea of Frank Fisher though.
I like
Alright,
the-
hey Frank.
I hummed hard about Steve Fisher, but
No,
I
but
think
it's
it's
Sam Fisher.
Yeah.
The thing is, they like alliteration in their games. They like
Yeah.
superheroes. Peter
yeah.
Parker.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
that's
was a
Marvel,
Marvel,
yeah.
but this was Sam Fisher.
This is Tom Clancy.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
They have normal names. Tom Clancy games have normal names.
Tom Clancy as well. So Clancy.
Question 5.
Harry Potter. What?
Final Fantasy.
I'll be on
Oh
that.
shit.
Final Fantasy.
By far.
There's
Well,
too
you're,
many
you're better than
stupid
me on
names.
this
Is there a Final Fantasy character called Squawk, called Squall, or called Sandy?
Squall.
Squawk, Squall, or Sandy?
one. I'm going to go a bit crazy on this one. I'll say Sandy.
Saying Sandy.
I'm saying Sandy, yeah.
Someone likes Greece.
It's Squall.
It is Squall from Final Fantasy VIII. It's
Yeah,
the-
come on, mate. That's an obvious one.
I haven't played Final Fantasy VIII. I haven't played Final Fantasy games. I'm
He's
not
the
an idiot.
Gunblade.
I'm not a fucking nerd, am I? Christ. Yeah.
Some of these, like I
You're on
said,
an indie credible podcast. What are you
Come on.
talking about?
No, come on. There's something about that.
some of these are going to be quite easy because I don't know what you guys. I tried to make it. I
I'm
want.
getting obliterated here.
As I said to you, I wanted to make games that I know you've played. There's no point in me doing a game that you've never played. You're
Well,
like,
you-
I don't.
Hang on, that
played
didn't
most
work
of
with our
these games.
shock one, did it?
Wait, have I played any of the games so far?
Well, you knew Splinter Cell.
I
Yeah.
haven't played it though.
You knew it.
Well, no, I have played it. Yeah.
Next up,
Wait, no, I did.
Kingdom Hearts.
Okay.
You should get this one.
I won't though.
I
'cause
reckon.
it's-
I reckon I'll get
Yeah,
it.
go on.
No, it's because I've done them. Like I said, key characters.
Yeah.
Is it Sarah, Sora, or Cora? Sarah.
Shall I let you
Sora,
answer
or Cora?
first so that it's
No,
fair?
you answer first.
It's Sora.
Oh, it is Sora. Yeah.
Is that-
I was hoping you wouldn't know
How would I not know? Okay.
because you
Okay.
seemed like worried about it. Like you wouldn't know.
No, I keep forgetting he's doing main characters. There are so many fucking characters in some of these
Oh,
I,
games.
was,
I
I,
could've
looked
made
at I looked at
characters,
some
I
characters and I was like, I can't do that one because I don't know who the fucking that character is. So I just looked at, I just was seeing names and I was like,
I've never played the game, but I guarantee I could do any character. in Kingdom Hearts.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Easy.
Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat!
Is the character's name Lyra Khan, Shao Kahn, or Khan?
I love the way he's saying them.
He said it wrong, didn't he?
Yeah.
It's B, right?
Yeah, it's B.
Isn't it?
Shao Kahn.
Shao Kahn. Yeah.
Shao Kahn, yeah.
Shao Kahn.
Shao Kahn.
Shao.
I spoke to him earlier.
That really-
he said,
I spoke to him earlier.
Shao Kahn.
That really threw me when you said it wrong. I was like, oh, wait, what?
Shao Kahn.
Yeah, that'll do,
You're
mate.
both saying Shao
Yeah.
Kahn.
It's not Khan from Star Trek.
God!
Well, who are you doing? Zachary Quinto or?
No, original.
What do you think?
I'm old.
What do you think
I'm
about the
Shatner.
new?
That's a great film. Way
What do you think
better
about the
than
new
Star
animated
Trek.
Star Trek series?
What?
Have you heard about this? The people who made Rick and Morty are making a comedic animated Star Trek series.
It's Star Trek though.
Yes, and
Oh
it's
my
comedy.
God.
It's a
Brilliant.
comedy-based Star
Okay,
Trek
I'll
series.
offer that. Just
Okay.
I don't know
I'll go
enough
with
about
that.
it. You'd have to read more on it, but I just saw it.
That.
Last one,
Yeah.
BioShock 2.
Oh, you're going to get this.
But I
You're
didn't,
gonna get
I
this.
didn't like Bioshock 2. I stopped playing it.
I didn't like Bioshock 2 either. So.
BioShock 2, is it Sophia Lamb, Sophie Lamb, or Susie Lamb?
Hey.
Sophia Lamb.
I'm going to go with
Sophie
A because I'm
Lamb,
going to follow the man who
or
knows.
Susie Lamb.
A.
Sophia Lamb.
Sophia Lamb.
Yeah.
What is she in the game?
What, Sophia?
She was a small...
She's the little girl, right? Or is she the woman?
Isn't she the woman?
She's either the woman who's like, you know, the Andrew Ryan of the
Yeah,
second
yeah.
one, or she's the little girl who is your little sister or whatever. Can't remember. Again, I didn't like that game, so fuck that game.
She is the grown-up woman, so
She's a
you
grown-up.
don't get any points for that.
Oh, shut up.
1-1. That was too easy then, wasn't it?
That was quite easy.
It was
yeah.
some of them were easy, some of them I just didn't know at all.
Yeah,
I dominated that one though.
I
Yeah.
wasn't get really obscure in them, but there was just no point because you guys wouldn't get them.
Well, what if you had like maybe stuck to a certain generation of games? I would.
I take it I'm So
Down
that's
down-
1, 2,
Oh,
3,
you-
4,
What you won by
That
3
one's
points.
5,
six.
6, 7, 8.
No, 7-5 you won.
And you got
No, I
1,
got the first
2,
one.
3, 4, 5. So
Right,
7, 5.
So, okay, 1 by 2
5.
points.
Yeah. So that means, it's good though.
3-all.
3-all.
Going into
All right,
final one.
all right,
Final
all right,
one.
all right. Wait,
All right.
final one.
Next week.
Yeah, next week's not
What do
next
we,
month.
what do
Sorry,
we
it's the
win
final
if we
one.
win?
Wait and see, mate.
God, I want you to.
Some
win
could say it's extraordinary. Some could say the prize is just extraordinary.
Right, so
and others would say it's shit.
you give me 2 options that mean the exact same thing as they are the same words.
All right, that wraps up this week's quiz, guys. How did you this month's quiz? How did you get on? Let us know below. It was quite easy. So yeah, just leave your comments below and let us know how you got on. And if you've got any ideas for next week's or next month's big finale quiz, then throw them down below because I can make it happen.
Yeah.
Make it. We should make it longer next time.
I think I might get some plasticine in and saying to you like a character, and you've got 30 seconds to create the character.
Maybe not 30 seconds. Fuck me. With plasticine. Are you joking?
I didn't know we were going to end up playing fucking Cranium.
I like radio.
Wow, what a deep cut cranium.
Okay, so the final section now is slightly different to what we normally do. And
I like the sound of it, though.
yeah, next month will all be about kind of game of the year and what we're going to be playing and what we're going to get set up for because we're actually announcing game of the year in January or our game of the year. But this time we're going to look back over the recent generations from PlayStation onward, or PlayStation 64. Xbox was just after, wasn't it?
Xbox,
yeah.
So,
So
PlayStation
PlayStation
onwards.
Yeah, so PlayStation 64 onwards, and we're going to look at every console, which is the PlayStation, the Xbox, PS2, the GameCube, the Wii, the 360, the PS3, and the 64, and talk about a game that we felt defined that console. Now that might be defined in terms of it pushed it to a new graphical level, it pushed it to a new gameplay level, it opened ways for new genres to come onto that platform, or it could be the fact that every time we think about that platform, we think of one game because we had fond memories as a kid playing that game. But yeah, it's completely our own subjective opinions on this.
I'm guessing that we're not including Sega in this.
No, I mean like Saturn or anything like that.
Well, the Dreamcast came out after the PlayStation 1, which was a classic.
I never touched it.
And so was Saturn. So sorry, Sega fans. You're not included in this one.
Get a
No,
real
I have massive love for the Dreamcast.
Get a
Sega
real-
fans?
Yes, there's one right here. The Dreamcast was the best console of the generation.
Just get.
Oh, killed a brand though, didn't it?
Yeah, because they didn't know how to put locks on their games. So I own quite a few Sega Dreamcast games illegally. Thank you very much.
So let's start with 64. N64.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so we're not going to go for the first console.
What was
All
the
right.
first one? Was PlayStation?
The PlayStation was
Oh,
first.
was it? I
yeah.
thought 64
2 years
was first.
No, it's 2 years before the 64.
I think
Really?
about 64 came out in
Okay.
1997.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
Okay.
should we check out my handy little list here?
Okay.
I knew that in my head.
Yeah, of course you did, mate.
All right, I'll try and get them in order, and you can tell me I'm wrong. Okay,
Okay,
so
go for it, go for it.
we'll start with
Game, let's
PlayStation.
go
We'll
for
start with PlayStation as
Yeah,
we go
PlayStation was first. Go
Yes.
first.
Who wants to kick us off?
Can I kick us off?
Go on then, Tom.
Yeah. PlayStation was my second console as a kid.
Yeah.
And there are 2 games that I'm split between. And the first
Oh, you got to pick one. You got to pick one.
pick
I
one.
don't want to hit two.
I want you to help
No,
me.
no.
I want you to
'cause
help me.
We might come up with one.
Yeah.
But you might agree when I say it then.
Oh, well, fuck you.
I'm
Go
definitely not chose the game you're going to say.
What's
so-
wrong with saying 2 and then just
go
trim
for it.
fat on it?
on. Go for it. Go for it.
So it's either Spyro,
Or Crash.
Pandemonium.
What the?
Pandemonium 1 and 2,
yeah.
I just happened to own. And I used to play it over and over again.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not like Pandemonium. I liked Spyro, but I didn't play a lot of it.
Spyro was brilliant, and I think Spyro probably beats Pandemonium.
As in games in general, yeah, definitely. I mean,
I wasn't a big 3D mascot platformer,
okay.
apart from Croc Legend of the Gobbos.
Yeah, which you went on about. Fucking, yeah.
It's the only one you need.
I mean, it's no Spyro.
I think
is king.
Spyro was better than Pandemonium, and
agree.
not just as a bigger in the more people played it. I think actually the
Yeah.
game and what you could do with it was Spyro was the better game. There was more
Sorry,
defined.
I just thought of another
There was
game.
more to. See, this is the problem with PlayStation. Go on.
Cool Borders 4.
Oh no.
That's like me having LMA Manager 99.
Wait,
Which is what you fucking did.
I'm not going to say it. I just want to honourable mention to Cool Borders 4.
No, Cool Borders was a
I played
bloody
it
great game.
so much.
It was alright
Uh,
compared to a game I'm going to say later on.
Yeah.
Fair enough. But
I know you're going to go SSX, aren't you?
Nope.
Really?
You're not.
Really? You're not going to hit? Okay, fine. We'll get there in a bit. But-
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so what are you going for, PlayStation?
I think it has to be Spyro.
It's got to be Spyro in that.
I think Pandemonium is such fond memories. Like, if I hear the music right now, I'd probably turn into a 9-year-old. But like, it's.
Which I damn well fancy.
Do you hear that?
Yeah, because
no, did you hear the
that was-
hesitation there?
That was the paedophile joke we've been doing for ages here.
Did you hear him go? Because
Dan, it'd be Dan. It's
so
not me.
poorly disguised.
Yeah.
Fuck me, he's got a fucking hard on. Oh.
Carry on.
Let's jump on from this.
He's fully talked under it. You seeing this? So I'm gonna say Spyro.
Spyro.
It has that.
The only one I'd throw in with that from the Spyro side was Medieval.
Coming out soon.
Did you ever play Medieval?
No,
You
I
didn't
play
Oh,
Medieval.
okay.
I don't even know.
If
what
you
that
hadn't
is.
played that one, then yeah, fine. Spyro, go for it.
Yeah,
Medieval was
awesome.
another
Medieval
platformer, hack and slash, really good, really good.
Spyro was just so like.
Spyro was.
I
brilliant.
played it and it had so much to it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I watched my dad play it. My sister played it. We all played it together, and it was good fun. There's loads of games on the PS1 that I have very fond memories of, but that is the one that matches up with being like the mascot as well.
you.
It's like it's a big deal.
Cool.
Go on, Lewis.
It had to be one game for me. As soon as you said PlayStation, Final Fantasy 7.
Fuck, you said that.
I'm not surprised.
It's literally, as stupid as it sounds, it's the game that got me into gaming. It's the game that I got it for Christmas. I got a PlayStation and that game with it. All my friends got loads of games. Like, they got the PlayStation and like every game you could possibly want on it.
Bastards.
And but I was just like, keep your games. Like, I don't want to think about how many hours I put into that game. Just in the arcade, going over the snowboarding runs again, playing Chocobo Racing again.
Yeah.
Like, that game, like, we're talking probably 200 to 300 hours. I didn't buy another game for. The next game I actually brought was the original Tekken, well after it released.
Yeah.
I was cheap because I just like the idea of it. But
Tekken 2.
yeah, like Final Fantasy 7 for me, it's all. Anytime someone says PlayStation, it's the only game I ever think about.
Final Fantasy 7 was a game changer in so many ways.
And it showed. I was like, oh my, this game doesn't end. Like, it's so big. There's games now that I still could take so many lessons from Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah. The interesting bit about Final Fantasy 7 though was, from a nerd's point of view, that it was actually supposed to come out on the N64 first. It was supposed to be a Nintendo game first, but it was too big to fit on their cartridges, so it came out on PlayStation,
okay.
and it was the game that then dominated PlayStation. PlayStation became the place to play JRPGs, to play RPGs, and it was amazing. I mean, I still have my I've got all the consoles. Well, I don't, PlayStation 1, but I actually have my memory stick for Final Fantasy 7 and my original save on it, and every now and again I will just sit there and stroke it, going, oh, my little golden chocobo. That sort of.
Think about that all day.
I spent breeding. The amount of times you spent breeding chocobos, so you could go over the mountains and over the water to get Knights of the Realm and do all of this. I mean, even now, years after playing it, I still remember Knights of the Realm. I still remember, the fights with Sephiroth and going up to this. It's just,
all three PlayStation Final Fantasy games. PlayStation is probably the best trilogy of Final Fantasy games, with Final Fantasy 7, 8 and 9. In terms of the three that released there.
I really like 10.
10's good, but
10's really good.
10's the only good one to release on PlayStation 2.
2, yeah.
Sorry?
Do you like 12?
12's good, but it's not. I don't think it's anywhere near 9. People really like 12, but see, 12 was when they took it away from the turn-based combat and made it more real-time combat, and I actually prefer.
For losers like you.
I prefer
for the modern age.
Losers like you.
It's called growing up. Right? Get over turn-based stuff. It's so old.
I prefer the old school real-time combat, and number 8 has got a really good TCG in it.
Yes, it does.
Does it?
Yeah, it does actually have a card collecting in it. Yeah, but yeah, Final Fantasy 7.
You can't argue
Would you
with that.
say they're still worth playing? The
Yes.
PlayStation RPGs.
Yes.
The PlayStation Final Fantasy. Sorry.
Yeah, definitely.
I want to play.
Definitely
I would get a PlayStation again just to play 8. I think
Yeah.
8 is criminally underrated as a Final Fantasy game.
I don't fully agree with that.
Maybe
But
I'll
it's
try
brilliant.
7 at some point.
They are still
Since
worth
it's been
playing. They're
released
still
on-
really
it's
good.
released on
You
everything.
can get 7
so-
on PlayStation 4. You know that.
Yeah, you can get it on
Yeah.
PSP.
Can't
You
get
can get it
8.
on fucking anything.
Can't get
yeah.
8 on PlayStation 4 yet, which is annoying. As soon as you can, I will. But anyway,
So, when you told me about these lists,
Yep.
and you were like, right, Dan, you've got to choose a PlayStation game that defined that console.
Yep.
That was such
Brian
a...
had a good recommendation. I will say that.
Well,
Did he?
actually,
Are you going with
it's
his?
the one... Well, no.
Okay, he had a good recommendation.
Because there was... When because my dad bought the PlayStation.
Yep.
So my dad was the one who bought the PlayStation. It came in the home, and the first game we got for it was Gran Turismo. And Gran Turismo, it was the very first one, blew our fucking minds.
Yes.
This was the most realistic graphics I'd ever seen in my life. You know, there was nothing that could be... The dust came up when you were doing the dirt rally bits. What the fuck was that, man? As you went round the corners, you could feel the back end sliding out.
Yeah.
It was insane. And it was that moment with Gran Turismo, I was like, this is gaming. This is the future. You're not going to get better than this. The only reason I'm not saying Gran Turismo is because Gran Turismo 2 was better.
Yeah, Gran Turismo 2 is insane.
Gran Turismo was the game when I think about that first time I play it, I was like, oh my god, but Gran Turismo 2 is the game that defined the PlayStation for me, because it took the graphics that blew my mind and then put it in a solid racing game. That there are no flaws to that game in my mind. No. Looking back now, that game was perfection.
GT3 is the same as well, though. GT3 on PlayStation 2 was just...
It was just another one of
like
those
that.
games you sat there going, fuck, and it blows your
Weirdly,
mind.
one of the first times I ever thought a game that really realistic was a rally game. It was Colin McRae Rally 3.
Colin McRae Rally,
on
yeah.
PS2.
Yeah.
And I was like, my god, this looks like a real car.
Well, just imagine that feeling was the same one I had
Except
for
when
Gran
things would be
Turismo.
like 5 polygons.
And the only the only reason I'm not picking Gran Turismo, which would be the one that would be there, is because 2 was just better.
It's better. Just don't think
That's
that...
fair enough,
Though I am also going to really sneakily put in, because you got to do 2, Tony Hawk's.
Yeah.
Why are we being so strict on this? It's our podcast.
Because time, that's why. We've gone forever.
It's fine.
Tony Hawk's. I'm slapping Tony Hawk's.
yeah.
Amazing soundtrack.
That is a great one, yeah.
Number 2 I'm putting in there because it had Spider-Man.
Yep.
You can play as Spider-Man.
Fantastic,
But anyway,
Cool.
should we jog on to the next... So what have we got? We've got Spyro, Final Fantasy 7 and Gran Turismo 2.
A good
Do you agree?
selection.
What's yours? Let us know, because we'd love to know what you guys think below as well.
And
I've
also,
seen the first Spyro
I've got a
as
whole
well,
list
by
of
the way.
different
64, N64.
Right. Well, I never had
N64
one.
next.
So that's the same for me for like Xbox. So I'm
Yes.
going on a game I
I'm
wanted to
going
buy
by
the game for.
I never even knew what N64 was at the time because I was too young to know about gaming.
You're saying cool boarders, you're probably going to go to snowboard kids, aren't you?
I'm going to go to the
It's a
most
good game.
obvious one.
Zelda Ocarina of Time.
Exactly.
Well done.
Because when I
Someone has to say it.
You have to.
When I think of the N64, I think of Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, to be fair, but mostly
That
Ocarina of Time.
that game now though still stands up.
Yeah, it does.
You play it now, it's still amazing. The fact
It's a
that
huge
monsters,
advancement
there's a
in-
day and
in-
night cycle.
it's
Gaming
just-
in general, it's a huge
it
leap.
introduced, not open world, because PC RPGs have been doing that for a long time, but console-based kind of these quest-based, what open worlds come to be.
It was
the
a living
quest
world.
markers going over there and,
Yep.
and that. It's insane.
Yeah, it's
It is,
revolutionary.
and it's still great now. I can still go back and play it now and be like, shit, this is really good. The graphics may not be as hot as they are now, but mechanically,
Just get it on 3DS
the lock-on function that you got in it
Yeah.
was the first time you really had it that worked well, and
Yeah.
it is just...
There's a moment
It's
as
a
well when you
brilliant
first
game.
put the sword into the
Da, 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 da.
What's you put?
No, the Triforce is what you're aiming
I know,
for.
yeah, but what you
you're
put it,
claiming.
you know when you put the sword in,
Yeah.
and you'll I finished the game, and then you come adult Link, and you're like, I'm
Oh,
only
shit.
halfway through the game. Like,
Yeah.
what the hell?
And the whole
Also,
world's
that moment,
changed again.
that moment, I was like, and then I realised that was a mechanic where you have the puzzle mechanic
Yeah.
go back. I was like, what?
When you think that the previous game was Link to the Past in
Yeah.
the series, that was the previous game.
Yeah.
You look at them compare. Like, can you imagine going from Link? Well, you probably can't.
I
do that.
can, because I
But you
did.
both were there. Link to the Past, Ocarina of Time is an amazing leap in gaming. It's
it's
important
insane.
to mention.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Ocarina
Insane.
of Time is my one for
Yeah.
N64
The only reason I'm not saying that,
because I said it.
so
He said it,
you
so
said
we
it,
can get
but-
free in here. Let's not waste our opportunity.
But also because so my friend was playing that at the same time I was playing this game. And
okay.
I was sweating this game out. I fucking love this game.
Okay, go for it.
1080 snowboarding.
Hey! Yeah.
1080 snowboarding was like I wanted to quit school to go live in France somewhere and just snowboard. Like I was like, I'm
did.
so good at this game, which I ended up doing. Yeah, maybe 1080 put me on that path. But like I used to go. I never owned Ocarina of Time. My friend got it for Christmas, and we used to swap 1080 and Ocarina.
yeah.
But I would so often be going to him, "Can I have 1080 back, please?" And then swap that before he was asking for Ocarina of Time back, and
Yeah.
I was just 10. I don't know what it was. it's just effectively a very two-dimensional, not in its visuals, but sports game. It's a very shallow sports game. But something about that game, I would just be high score after high score after high score after high score.
Out of beers.
Constantly
Yeah.
Oh shit.
smashing through it. And I have to say 10x snowboarding. Like, because the 64, that's what... Yeah, that's right.
That's fair enough, yeah.
Couldn't...
I mean, I say Cool Borders, so. Cool Borders 4, specifically. Still have it.
Well, in all honesty, guys, there is only one game the N64 really was and was really made for, and it's GoldenEye. GoldenEye is the greatest game ever made on the N64.
No.
which is
That's what I'm for the Wii.
You were heading for there.
I'm going to do the remake on the Wii.
GoldenEye was and is the greatest N64 game ever made. It is amazing. Slappers only. Everyone
I
plays.
just thought when I PS2
It's just
ago, sorry.
It
I
is
thought another PlayStation
amazing.
game.
You've got to play. If you've got an N64, if you want to get an N64, you don't want it on that. You want it on the Mega Drive, and you want it with the J card.
Hell yeah. If it was Mega Drive, that would have been my game.
Yeah, but GoldenEye. It not only did it have an incredible single-player game, which had some of the best difficulty ones, and yes, I aced them all because I'm a dick.
I like because you like doing them all, but you got a golden gun.
Yeah, you could get the golden gun, but it also if you complete it all on 007 mode, you got extra bits, and and the multiplayer. There was no better multiplayer.
No,
I mean, you went round with your mates, you plugged 4 controllers in. That was it, and it was.
We used to get
it was rare at their peak.
And make like screen.
The screen so
you couldn't see where people were.
Look, screen looking is part of split screen gaming.
Yes,
it
is.
is. That's part of the strategy.
I had to explain that to my mom for years with Time Splitters 2 on PlayStation.
Time Splitters 2.
Please tell me that's got to be on your list for it.
I didn't even think about that, but it's definitely on there now. Holy shit!
PS2.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
I thought about it, but I haven't put it.
Time Splitters 2. It's right there, man.
Oh, it's so good. We're jumping ahead.
Yeah,
but yeah.
So yeah,
I'll give you GoldenEye.
So N64, Ocarina of Time,
1080
and GoldenEye.
I don't care.
Be strong, mate. Be strong. I like that.
Okay, what's next on your list? What do you think comes next?
Yeah, what is next?
So I think next, releasing wise, was.
Go on.
I want to mouth it to. Oh, okay.
You want to what?
I was going to mouth it to see if I was going to get it right.
Oh, okay. We'll do that. Was
you going to say PS2 as well?
I was going to say GameCube. I thought
Oh no, GameCube was 2 years later.
Yeah.
Okay.
I knew that. PS2. Kick us off, mate.
PS2.
The best console. I still stand by that.
PS2 is a fantastic console.
The best console.
I still have one plugged in. I still use it.
Yeah.
But it's hard for me to think of one for that one because there were so many I played. Personally, I really want to say Lego Star Wars 2.
High five.
Because that game was phenomenal, and I played the fuck out of that on my PS2.
Yeah?
Like, so much I played that game. With my mates, on my own. It was just like, it's like one of the perfect PS2 games to me. And it launched like that and the first one.
Quite late in the...
Yeah, it launched a huge...
Oh, well then that's
universe of Lego games.
Yeah.
Because they were the originals, that and obviously the first one, which was also great. But my god, that's a good game. But Time Splitters 2, I don't know. You've split me now. I didn't even think about Time Splitters.
How could you forget
I did think about
Time
Splitters. I thought, yeah.
But
So
I'm not going to say...
You stick with Star Wars?
I'm going to go with that because
Star Wars
Lego,
it's the one that you remember. Yeah,
I played that so much on PS2. It's a fantastic game. It still is fun. And as a kid, it was so funny as well. As a kid who was a Star Wars fan, I thought it was hilarious, that game. So yeah, 10 out of 10. Star Wars, Star Wars 2, the original trilogy.
This was the hardest one I found. I found this so hard.
Fuck me.
This was the hardest, I've got to say, this was the hardest one for me as well.
You've already said one I thought about was SSX was on there on my list.
Yes.
It didn't make
Tricky.
the cut.
It didn't make the cut at
No,
all.
this is free.
Oh, okay.
That's my favourite. It didn't make it, not for what I chose in the end.
Okay.
Go on.
I had to go with it. Devil May Cry.
Yes, I knew you
Devil
would.
May Cry. Like,
fair enough, yeah.
I remember getting that for Christmas, and
did you think Dante was the coolest with the whole pizza scene and everything?
So I honestly, I think Devil May Cry is probably responsible for my alternative stage. I'm not kidding. Genuinely.
Absolutely, yeah.
Cradle of Filth in it. No, I fully went.
That game is made for kids like that.
I went I debated getting a long leather trench coat and things. Like I honestly was completely.
Did you think you were so edgy?
But I remember. So I'm playing it again. I actually just finished the first one.
Yeah.
Again, remake. And I remember as a kid, the first boss you come across is a spider. You actually have to fight him twice. But first boss you come across is a spider. And in the church, I was like, this is so hard! And when I beat him first time on the PlayStation, I was like, oh, this is really easy. But I remember my granddad got it me for Christmas, and he sat in my room, and he watched me play it for about 5 hours straight.
Wow.
Like, he just sat there, and he was like, oh my God, this is like... Because games have been looking good, but then the whole... juggling them in the air and throwing swords around them and shooting them in the air and slicing up and I was just like, oh my God. It's incredible. I mean, Vice City was a possibility.
Don't ruin anything yet.
I'm just saying.
Ruin anything yet, mate. But don't go through
that would have been another one for me, honestly.
But Devil May Cry is still, for me, defined the PlayStation 2.
Fair.
Yeah. I feel I just know what Dan's going to say.
No, you don't. You
cool.
don't.
Cool.
Because the PlayStation 2 was the hardest one.
It's the best
for me to go through.
Because but for me,
there were so many defining games that you went through. So, like you said, Vice City. Though San Andreas was the better game, technically, Vice City had everything. It had the music, it had the sunsets as you're driving along in your 80s cars. For me, it was perfect. Kingdom Hearts 2. What the fuck are you on, man? Kingdom Hearts 2. I was waiting for you to do that. Was a PlayStation 2 game, and it was fucking amazing.
Sorry.
It blew my mind.
Still to play Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. I've got to
Time Splitters 2, obviously.
Yeah,
I was on there.
I played so many PS2 games, honestly.
Smuggler's Run.
But to be honest, I'm cheating on that one, and you'll find out in a minute. The game that defined the PlayStation 2 for me was the first game I got on it. And it was the game that made me go, holy shit, you can do 3D platformers that work. Spyro was really good in the old ones, but the camera was janky and it was horrible.
Ratchet and Clank. Or Jak and Daxter.
Oh, Jak and Daxter, yeah.
Jak and Daxter. Yeah. The first Jak and Daxter game was amazing.
My God.
It was so good.
I forgot about those games.
You can get the trilogy for out of 10 now.
Yeah.
Shit off.
Yeah, on PlayStation 4.
To be honest, the second two kind of lost themselves in a Grand Theft Auto sort of open world thing. But the first game was amazing. Yeah. Ratchet and Clank was brilliant, and I loved those games, and they're really great.
The same coin to me.
Yeah.
But they became the same thing.
Yeah.
You follow Ratchet and Clank along, you play Locked and Loaded, you play those ones, you're playing the same game. The very first Jak and Daxter was completely different to the others. It was a moment in history. It really did not only show you that the characters could be animated well with brilliant voice acting and be funny, but it showed you that a platforming game didn't just have to be jumping from one place to another. There were mini games inside it.
Sorry.
They were amazing.
Is it Rayman?
No, Resident Evil 2.
Resi 2, yeah.
I forgot that.
How did you forget Resi 2?
Carry on.
We're making fools of ourselves.
Carry on.
I mean, this was the issue I had with going through this. Because we go back to that. PlayStation 1, Silent Hill.
Yeah.
Silent Hill was amazing.
Ridge Racer.
Yeah, Jesus.
There were too many games.
There were too many great games.
That's why we said one. And
that's why we've gone for the whole, what defines it for us.
A lot
so
of
that moment was
personal choices.
Jak and Daxter, for me,
was an
excellent
great choice.
I'm pretty sure for that.
You said Lego Star Wars.
I said
Lego Star Wars 2.
I said DMC or Devil May Cry.
Devil May Cry, yeah.
It's not damn saying.
And Jak and Daxter, but I mean, you've got Kingdom Hearts 2, you've got Vice City, you've got Time Splitters, you've got all these amazing games on PlayStation 2.
Honorable mentions.
Yeah, just. PS2 was the hardest one.
Next up is...
What's next?
What's next?
It's either Xbox or GameCube. Xbox.
It's GameCube.
Oh, really? I thought Xbox and PS2 were really close.
I say that, they're actually launched in the same year.
Oh, are they?
But, technically, GameCube came first.
Okay. GameCube. You start with GameCube. We're doing the order.
Yeah. GameCube. Never had a GameCube.
Yep.
I played on one once. But if I had to think of, just from my sort of background knowledge of the GameCube, the game that really, for some reason, I don't know why, really shines to me is Mario Sunshine.
Oh yeah, okay.
The one that everyone hates.
Yeah, but to me,
It's a much maligned game that
I've
when you
not
go
played
back
it.
to, you're like, yeah, all right.
Like I've
It's
seen
all right.
so much gameplay for that game. It looks like the logical next step after the 64 Mario game. I forgot what it's called.
Yeah.
Mario 64.
Yeah. It's a hard name, mate.
Yeah, I struggle. And it seems like an early like sort of prototype for Galaxy. In a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Yes, no, there were some definite moments in that which were Galaxy.
So I don't know why people don't like it because it seems like but it's I don't know. That's the GameCube game to me. Mario Sunshine. I don't know. I think it should be mentioned. I think that should be the game of that console.
That is.
There you got you might say the Resi 4s and all that, but
Resident Zero.
Well, you say Resi 4 because I didn't own a GameCube and I went around a friend's house.
Yep.
And he had Resident Evil 4 and Smash Bros.
Oh.
So we were playing Smash on his thingy, and I was like, "This is fun, it's fine." And then we started playing Resi 4, and I was just like, "Oh my god, I need this game." To the point I said to him, we swapped. I begged him to swap for 1 week my PlayStation 2 with all my games and his GameCube and just Resi 4. And we've done it for a week, and I literally stayed up all night every day playing Resi 4 and was just like, I didn't even own the console, but I've seen other gameplay on them and I've seen other people playing games. But Resi 4, there's the moment where you come into the courtyard and then there's the lightning and the rain's coming down, and I was just like, this is real! How are they doing this? This is so good! And I was like, I didn't want to...
Do we do this every 10 years? We're like...
I looked at my PlayStation afterwards
basically.
and was like, you can't do that. But it was just, granted, I'm limited on my selection of GameCube games, but that was the one that I was just like, I wanted to buy the bloody platform for that one game.
Resi 4 is a
yeah.
pinnacle moment in the GameCube. It
Yeah.
really is. There's not a lot that can beat Resi 4.
Keep your sunshine, mate.
Why?
And
Dan's gonna reel a list off now, but I don't even heard of.
well, you'll have heard of most of them that have came out. So you've got the Metroid Prime,
Yeah.
which was a classic in there. It didn't fit the
Everyone
same
loves
Metroid
it,
one.
doesn't it?
It's a brilliant game. It is a brilliant game.
Last good Metroid ever.
What else have I got on my list?
Till 4 comes.
Star Fox Adventures, which no one liked, but it's actually brilliant.
Oh my god, he's gonna get beaten up. He's gonna get killed.
What's that?
You're gonna get killed.
Well, how do you mean?
No one likes that game. Holy fuck, everyone hates it.
Yes, because they haven't played it. A lot of these people who will rinse it and have a go at it haven't actually played it because they heard some reviewer in the past go, "Oh no, it's not very good," because it wasn't Lilac Wars. It wasn't stuff. It didn't hit that.
I was gonna say
it was an
that's
RPG
what I
games. It's a classic on there.
Yeah.
And it's an RPG game. It's a completely different thing. So everyone went, "Oh, it's not that. Oh, I don't like it." So they slated it. But if you actually play it, it's a really good game, which is one I own and have played. And then I can't decide. There are 2 games that I struggle between for the GameCube, and one of them is a cheat. Right? So I'll get the cheat out of the way, and then I'll say the one it is. So the cheat out of the way is Time Splitters 2. Because Time Splitters 2 deserves a fucking remake. It's an amazing game, and I couldn't choose it for the PS2 because I had to choose the other one. So Time Splitters 2 in there. But I that needs to be, because Time Splitters 2 is an amazing game and should be remade, and just fucking do it. I don't know what's wrong with the world. Make that game again. So the game.
Sorry.
It's so difficult.
Just remember the N64 game.
Go on, what is it?
Perfect Dark.
Perfect Dark's very good.
But yeah,
It's very good. But it's not as good as I Own Perfect Dark, but I didn't have it on the list.
Okay.
Because it is a very good game, but it's just not as good as GoldenEye for the multiplayer.
Fair enough.
On there.
Sorry, carry on.
The game for the GameCube that is the must-have game on there, and is you probably haven't played it. It's Eternal Darkness. Eternal Darkness is a psychological thriller game that really messes with you. It really plays with the 4th dimension of the game. It pauses the game at points. That as you're playing, it's
got a very big cult following
with you.
Oh, I hate that shit. It sounds horrible.
It is brilliant.
It sounds terrifying.
It is absolutely.
I've never played
brilliant.
it, but I've heard very, very good things.
Yeah, it's got you'll lose your mind.
You know, like Deadly
during
Premonition. People who talk about that game fucking love that game. This is a little bit like Eternal Darkness. Not Heart of Darkness, and then he said, "It's not a game. Heart of Darkness."
God damn it!
But Eternal Darkness is
Do another
the
list
game
next
you
week.
have to get on the GameCube.
Yeah.
And it is brilliant.
All right,
and
so
it
there you go.
is the defining moment on the GameCube. Yes, you've got your Mario Kart Double Dash, and you've got your Sunshine, and you've got Smash, which was very good on there. But Eternal Darkness is the game I go back to and play.
Cool.
Is the game I sit there and go,
I think that's a
shit,
good list,
this
though.
game on
I
there.
think that's a good variation we got there.
Yeah.
So what was it? It was
You had-
Sunshine.
Sunshine, I had RE4.
yeah, and Eternal Darkness.
Darkness.
Okay, there you go.
With the cheeky time splitters to it there.
Yeah,
'cause it
slide
has to
that
be
in there.
somewhere.
Process elimination. Xbox is next.
Yeah, Xbox.
Xbox is next. Go on.
Xbox. What a console.
Didn't own
honestly. I owned it before I had my PS2.
Did you?
Yeah, I was well into the Xbox.
I was very much like, I'm a Sony guy. I don't play Xbox. But then I realised I was like, I really
Next
want an
generation
Xbox.
was me for that.
Oh, was that when you went? Okay.
Yeah. This was a hard choice.
Okay.
It's between two games again.
Oh, I've only got two as well.
It's
Shit.
very difficult.
I've got one.
Shall I just say both of them and then we talk about it a bit?
Yeah, go for it.
The first one is Star Wars Battlefront. The first one.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Because that was the game
Second
me
one, Star Wars
and my
Battlefront
mate who lived around the corner. No, that's not as good. Star Wars Battlefront is the thing. Me and my mate around the corner, we used to go around each other's houses, constantly playing that
Yeah.
game every day. When it was summer holidays, all we did every day, all day.
Yeah.
We loved that shit. But also, one of my fondest gaming memories is playing Halo, the first Halo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, playing that all the way through with my cousin in Scotland. He had gaming chairs. He had a projector. It was like the perfect gaming environment. We were locked in the garage, and we spent the entire day playing through the story on co-op, and was amazing. It was one of the best gaming experiences I've ever had in my life, and it was so good. So what do I choose? Because they're so both so important to me. I don't know what one to choose.
Well, I don't know, because I kind of disagree with you.
On
Halo.
you want to say Halo 2?
Yeah.
Because Xbox Live.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. Everyone
See,
wants to play Halo 2.
Well,
Halo
when
was,
you chose,
Halo was a great game, but Halo 2 was the better one. That was Xbox Live. That was multiplayer. That that changed.
I just enjoyed Halo
Everything
so
for
much
consoles.
that I enjoyed it way more than the second one, and that and the third one tied me with the best Halo games.
I'm not saying it's the best Halo game.
I play Halo 3 in the same way I play Halo 1 with my cousin again.
Oh, right, okay.
Garage,
Yep.
projector, gaming chairs with speakers in them.
So what are you going for, mate?
I don't know. I'm gonna say
Yeah.
Battlefront
Yeah.
because Halo gets so much limelight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair dues.
I know people love Battlefront, but the first one in particular, I played it so much. I know all the maps back to front. You know, I knew all the secrets. I knew how to do everything in that game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say Battlefront. Star Wars Battlefront on the Xbox is one of the most defining games of that generation.
Okay.
I'm not cheating here, but I'm saying a game that because I didn't own an Xbox, still never owned an Xbox.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got an Xbox now, but as in the OG
Yeah,
Xbox.
yeah.
Xbox, yeah.
So people will go mad about Halo. I wasn't a shooting player at this time. I enjoyed Time Splitters, but I didn't see Time Splitters as a shooter. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
It was more of like an adventure game for me. I was like, it wasn't like my friends were playing Man of Honor and
Medal of Honor.
Medal of Honor.
Man of Honor.
Yeah.
Man of Honor.
Medal of Honor
Medal of
and
Honor, yeah.
Call of Duty. They were playing those games, and I was like, nah, it doesn't do anything for me. Like, not fussed one bit really about those. So when Halo came along, I was like, it's just another shooter. I'm not really fussing that. When Fable released, I was like, I want that console. I was like, I want that right now.
Good point.
Like, damn, those are the kind of games I like. That is the game I was like, I remember saying to Mum, I really need this console, Mum. Like, everyone's playing it. Like, try not to say it was a single player game. I was like, I really need it. I'd never played it. I tried to play through Fable on 360 when I got a 360, and there was so much coming out. I was struggling to get into it. Not because it's a bad game, because there was so many going on. I still haven't played Fable, and I know it's a trilogy I will fucking love. Like, I just need to.
This is the only problem I have with Fable on Xbox.
What's that?
Is that Fable 2 on the 360 was so much better.
Was it? See, I'm only going on the basis that I was willing to sell my body to get an Xbox to play Fable. I didn't care about the Halos. They're like, oh yeah, the cool kids can go keep those. Like, I was the geeky kid who just wanted Fable, and I was like, I want it so badly. People keep making jokes about lemons, and I want to see what these lemons are. Yeah, that's that's purely going on the fact that I never owned a console, but I know there's lots of great games there, and people speak a lot of great games from Fable, from Xbox. Crimson Skies is one. No,
The Flight one.
yeah, a lot of people talk about that, but no, for me, Fable.
Fair enough.
Well, I mean, you've done the Halo one, so there's no point putting that in there because Halo 2 would be a very big one. But the game that for me was because I was not a fan of the original Xbox.
Fair enough.
I thought it was
Duke
okay. The big Duke controller was all
chunky
right.
as fuck. I had third-party controllers that were really good.
But the game that really stood out for me as a like, holy shit, here we go, was Psychonauts.
Oh,
Was
cool.
Going into the different dreams of crazy people and having just random shit happening all the time. Because at the point,
Schafer?
yeah, because at the point that came out, I was 16 years old. You know, we're talking. Is that right? No shit. When is that one? Let me check my dates. What we on Xbox? Oh fuck.
4? What is it?
So I was 22 at that point.
Yeah.
Not 16.
Not 16. Felt like
what
16.
year was this?
2002, around that time. So the Xbox, I thought it came out. I could have sworn it came out earlier than that. But anyway, so I was playing these games, and at that time, I was spending a lot of time, obviously drunk.
Yeah.
Because I'm 22 years old,
Yes.
you know, I'd be doing my degree. I was
Prime time.
doing music at that point, so
Oh,
obviously
dear.
I was in bands, I was
Yeah.
doing all that sort of shit. So
Fucked up on so many drugs.
we were playing Xbox games, and then playing Psychonauts was just one of those moments of like, you don't have to take acid. You can play Psychonauts. And it was brilliant. The story was great. The characters were amazing. And just, that was my Xbox game parallel to Halo 2.
Cool. That's a good. I like that.
Psychonauts.
So what was it? What did we
Battlefront.
choose? Battlefront.
Battlefront.
Fable.
Psychonauts.
I'm guessing Wii was next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wii.
Wii.
The Wii.
The Wii.
Oh, hang on, where are we? Xbox. No, it wasn't. Sorry. It
PS360.
was the 360
Was
next.
it? Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because Wii's that generation, isn't it?
Yeah.
I never think of that. Okay.
Because it seems like a PS2.
Yeah.
Motion controls. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's actually the 360 next.
Yeah.
Can I go on this one? Because
Yes.
it was literally one game.
Really?
One game
Well, same for me.
that made me buy the Xbox 360.
And
it was the only reason
I
I
had
got
so
it.
many for this, but carry on.
I had one.
There was literally one game, and Luke, our mate Luke, and he bought a 360, and he invited me round, and he was like, "Watch this game," and he played. Well, we played because you could. We played Gears of War, and Gears of War was fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
The cover system, the shooting,
Yeah.
the over
Played Gears of War a
masculine
lot.
blokes. It was, literally, it was that game that made me go, I'm buying an Xbox 360.
Yeah.
I didn't have a lot of money, so I went out and bought the really shitty arcade version, which
Cool.
didn't come with a
Yeah.
hard,
Versions, they had the arcade.
didn't have a hard drive, didn't have anything
Arcade
like
and
that.
Elite was the other one.
Arcade
Yeah.
Core
and Elite.
That's it. Yeah.
And I bought the arcade one because it was like, I don't have the money to buy a big one, and I want Gears of War in this. I don't give a shit if I can't save. I'm playing Gears of War, and that was it. And I went and got Gears of War, and that game was
It's incredible.
that is
Genuinely
why
incredible.
the Xbox 360 sits in my room now.
It's incredible. So I go next.
Yeah, go on.
I struggled on this one because there's a lot.
There are a lot once
See,
I
I
went on to
enjoy
the
You
other
one.
might
ones.
joke about it. You might laugh at this one. My first experience of Guitar Hero. Guitar Hero 3 blew me away.
Fair enough.
Like
yeah.
getting having friends come over and just challenge each other.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, this
That
is
was
so
the
cool.
height of Guitar Hero's
Yeah.
Yeah.
popularity. So.
Mass Effect. A lot of people don't realise it actually comes to PlayStation 3 a lot later.
You did, yeah. First one, yeah.
And playing that was like, oh my god, this game.
That's a very
Wow.
good point.
But and you've mentioned it, but I have to say it because it's what got me into a genre. It was Halo 3. Because I'd never really
Phenomenal game,
I'd never really
honestly.
played a shooting game before. I'd always looked at me like, nah, I'm not really a shooting fan. And it was only because I said to you earlier, when I brought the Xbox, it came with FIFA and I got to choose another game and I chose Halo. I was like, oh, I'll get Halo. And I was playing loads of FIFA with my friends and that, and I was just sat in the room one time, I was like, I'll give this fucking Halo a go. Like, not my idea. But I didn't know that people had been raving about it being fucking game of the year or whatever. I was like, I'll give it a go. Played it and I couldn't stop. Just like, but I was like, oh, go online and see what this is like. Couldn't stop. Like, I genuinely lost a relationship because of it. You'd only been going for a couple of weeks, but I was like, I'm not dealing with you. I've got Halo to play. Like, oh my god! I was just, I don't know where
It's
I worked.
so good.
Everyone had
Halo
360,
amazing.
so we were all playing Halo every night. It was just like, oh
Yeah.
my god, that's what got me in. People say Modern Warfare got them into online shooters. And that Halo 3 for me. Like,
Yeah.
I know I'm late to it. Halo 2 had it, but Halo 3 blew me away, and it's now why I like playing shooting games now, purely because what I experienced with
Oh, good.
Halo 3. Unbelievable, Jeff.
Go on, Tom.
For me, I never had a 360, so
Okay.
it was actually really easy to do this one. My mate
Blue Dragon.
Sean was my only mate who had a 360. All my other friends had PS3s. And when I went around his house, all we ever played was Left 4 Dead 2.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes,
That was
classic.
the only thing we ever played, and we would do it over and over and over again, and we loved it.
Yeah.
We knew everything about that game. It was another sort of Battlefront scenario.
Yeah.
Like we knew all the secrets, all the Easter eggs you could find. We did all that shit every time.
Yeah.
That's a fantastic game. It's so much fun co-op, especially on the couch.
Yeah.
It was like
I played it
cool,
very
couch
little, but what I've played and what I know of it,
that was honestly like
deserves a recommendation.
so good, that game. And then obviously I went on to play it on PC when I started playing PC games. I played the first and the second one on PC, which was just as good on PC. And but that was the only place I could play Left 4 Dead at the time. Because I had a PS3.
Yeah.
I didn't have a PC that could play games, so that's the only like little nugget of that game I could ever get. So it's like very attached to the 360 for me.
Yeah.
So there you go, Left 4 Dead 2.
Fair dues.
Left 4 Dead 2,
So we had,
Halo 3,
and
and
Gears of War.
War.
Pretty.
They're
like,
good. They're good.
They're
shouts.
good. Yeah.
solid games, aren't they? Jeez, and now I'm guessing it's Wii
It's
next.
the Wii next.
Yeah, because PS3 was a little bit later, wasn't it? PS3 was like a year
A year
after,
later,
wasn't
wasn't
it? Yeah.
Let me check my list. Yeah, it was a
2007?
year. Yeah, 2007.
Cool.
PS3.
Wii. The Nintendo Wii. I
That's
mean, we all
right.
had that because every fucker had a Nintendo
Every
Wii.
human being on the planet had a Wii.
It's the biggest selling console.
I've
I know
got
that.
2 Wiis at my house.
It is the biggest selling console of all time. I don't think it'll ever be beat because it's the most accessible, isn't it?
Yes.
I give it to my granddad. We're going to do some bowling. What do? Just throw your arm forward. Sweet. And he's loving it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, my nan played
It's,
the Wii.
it's the only console that both my wife and my daughter play.
they were so clever with that. Like, we're not making a powerful console. We're going to make one that sells a shit ton.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, go on. Crack on with the Wii game.
I tried so hard not to say it, Lewis. I tried to think of any game that could take this spot.
Go on.
And I hate to do this to both of you,
Go on.
but it's Wii Sports.
It's probably the most played game in the world.
Yeah.
You know what? You shouldn't hate that because
No, I think it's great.
it's the game we all
I-
play because it came free with the
I
fucking
hate
system.
that I can't think of anything else. Because the Wii is not a good console.
Well, there weren't. Well, Mario Galaxy's on there.
Oh, that's a really good point.
You know,
I
there
hammered
are
hard about.
some pretty good games on there, but Wii Sports is the game that makes you think of Nintendo
I
Wii.
could say Wii Sports Resort, which is also good.
That
but
was
that was just a
okay.
bit of an addition to the original.
Yeah.
It's no bowling, it's no golf, it's no boxing, tennis.
It came with that really awkward adapter that was
The
supposed
Motion
to,
Plus.
yeah, which was
Yeah,
just
I
like
remember.
I
Did it do
lost
anything?
that.
Did it even do anything?
It did.
Nothing
it did.
that you could tell, but
No, it really improved nothing at all. As you went, well, it
slightly
made it longer.
weightier.
Yeah, better for the wrist action.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And
That's
so
right, you
many
can have
games
Wii
did that.
Sports because I've got one that is a joke, but I'm saying it for a reason.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
going to say Mario Kart, but Wii Sports. It's Wii Sports, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Well, I didn't play Mario Kart. I had a Wii. My mum had a Wii. I didn't play any of the only cool game I played on it was Twilight Princess.
Yep.
And I thought it was perfectly okay. Relied way too heavily on its motion
I think I know
controls,
what it's
but
gonna say.
Yeah.
it was going to say that. No, I'm going to trust me. You know what I'm going to say.
I think I know what
I'm
it's
saying this because no one would ever play this on any other console. This game.
Jesus,
No one would
you're
ever
talking
play it.
lightsabers, Star Wars
And
lightsaber
it,
combat.
and it sold. I'd hate to think how many copies this game
Okay.
sold. This franchise sold, and there's loads of people out there who would never play games and played this, and it's similar for the same reason they play Wii Sports. It's easy, and it's fecking Just Dance.
You're so right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Every bastard
Yeah.
played Just Dance.
Yeah,
See, I thought you were going to throw like a really dickish Lewis curveball and
it-
say the Me channel.
Hell yeah.
I mean, I wasn't that low.
Don't get me wrong, Just Dance isn't a great game, but how many people do you ever see standing up, dancing around like an idiot in the front room?
we own like 3 copies of
Exactly,
the different
because-
Just Dance
and all
ones
you have
for
to
my
really do is
daughter.
this. You don't,
Yeah.
it
You don't have to
it only
move.
tracks your arm.
Exactly.
People, no one does it. People are like,
Giving it their all, yeah.
you have like sweat pits at the end of it, hair like this, and like, oh, I beat my high score. But like, just yeah. I almost said Wii Fit purely because ski jumping,
Oh, we fit.
but no, Just Dance. It's dead now because no one's gonna play it. But yeah, I played it shite ton. Played it at uni. Played it at home.
Well, it was just one of those games. It's like Wii Sports. Everyone fucking
Everyone
played it.
That, yeah.
Yeah, good job Ubisoft.
Oh, bloody hell.
Daniel.
I've nicked thingy, and I.
What?
Just Dance.
Yeah, that was my game. Damn you.
Dance Revolution was another one, mate.
There was there was one game released on the Wii U that was actually
We
not
didn't
the
think
Wii, not the Wii U. Sorry,
We
the
didn't say
Wii.
Wii U.
Have you not got the Wii U on there?
No.
I've got the Wii U.
Have you?
Fuck Wii U.
Fuck
Okay,
Wii U.
fuck the Wii U. There was only one game on the Wii. Sorry, that was really a moment of gaming history.
Yeah.
That really did change everything. And my little brother played it recently. He streamed it, and it's called Okami.
Oh yeah.
And this game
People
is
would love it.
I feel
amazing.
stupid now.
It's another brilliant moment in gaming history that only Nintendo managed to do. They always
Yeah.
pull these one game out that is a
I only know
moment
it
in
from I
history.
watched his stream, and it's a really cool game.
Yeah, and it's Okami. I love that game,
It's no Just Dance.
and it's
good.
huge as well. It goes on forever.
Yeah,
You know,
that's a really good shout.
It's an amazing game, and you should play it. It was close to Mad World. I quite enjoyed Mad World,
Mad
which was the
World,
first
my
one that
God, yeah.
really took on the
that takes it
gore
back.
side of Nintendo, and really did show that
Holy
Nintendo
shit.
did some dark shit games.
Yeah.
Sort of like really
That's a
creepy.
bit overkill.
Yeah. But if you want a Wii game that isn't dancing around like a prick or the free game you got, it's got to be Okami.
No one wants anything other than Wii Sports, to be honest.
Wii Sports is the game everyone
Yeah.
played.
Yeah.
And Okami was the one I played on my own when my wife and daughter went there, and it's like, well, I've got to play something on this Wii thing. Yeah.
And that brings us to the last one because we're scrapping Wii U because I didn't
cares?
own it. No one cares about it.
That's a non-console.
And all the Wii U games are now on Switch anyway, the good ones.
yeah, because the Wii U is a prototype for the Switch.
Yeah. PS3. PS3.
This one is the hardest one for me.
Really?
Yep, because this generation of consoles was the generation that existed my entire teenage life.
Yeah, I suppose
So
this
it
was
is
like the
like-
most important one for you.
Exactly, and there are
Yeah.
so many classics on the PS3.
There are, yeah, it's good ones.
There are
Yeah.
some fucking good ones. I could list forever some games that I love on that
You
console.
can't. You need to choose one.
You got to choose one.
Exactly.
Welcome to the world's shittiest end part of
I
Incredible
know exactly.
show
What,
that we
I
got.
know exactly what you're going to choose.
I think I know.
It's
going
going
to
to be Bioshock.
No, it's not.
No.
chance.
I played that on PS4.
There's no chance like that.
Did you not play that on-
Bioshock Infinite? I played on PS4.
There's only one game you
Yeah,
can
but you
choose.
played
It's very
Bioshock
much-
on PS3, right?
I tried to, and I played it right after I played Infinite, and I couldn't get
okay.
into it because the gameplay was aged at that point.
I know exactly what he's. I know what you're going to say.
I don't you think I'm going to say.
Go on. What do you think he's going to
It's
say?
just Uncharted.
I knew that's yeah. That is very close to getting this for me,
Right.
but it's
He's
not.
not.
It's not. You're right. there are honorable mentions being the Mass Effect series, Fallout 3, Uncharted series, obviously. You know, there's so many on
New
the console
Vegas.
that I love. And I played New Vegas. And it's great. But the one that's going to steal it for me is Portal 2. Because I played...
They come in the yellow box and the orange box.
No, that was
that's the first
Portal.
one.
Is that the first one?
Yeah,
Which came with Team Fortress and
Okay.
Half-Life
Yeah.
and the expansions.
I played Portal 2 so much. It's a personal one. This isn't the console one's going to be Uncharted, obviously, but like for me personally, it's Portal 2. It was a game that I played so much, especially being a teenager. And as you guys know, as you once teenagers are always sad.
Yeah. That's why I played Devil May Cry, mate.
Exactly. I thought everything was horrible.
Then my
I
parents I
hated
was
being
chopping
alive.
up there.
Yeah,
They
Secondary
were
school was
aliens.
terrible. You would just pretend you were like,
Yeah, I
"Take
hate
it,
you."
Mum."
Yeah. Dinner's not fucking ready now, is it?
But yeah, that was the game that I would come back to because I was like, I'm 15, I'm sad. So I'd go back and play Portal 2 again and again and again and again. I know that story back to front. I know all the test chambers. It takes me no time to complete that game now because I know it so well.
It is.
So Portal 2 is like my PS3 game. There are so many great ones, but that is the one that I think I played the most. So
It is.
See, my problem with Portal 2 was that obviously I played Portal
I did
and I played it a lot on PC.
So I only played
So
it on
I played
PS3.
from the PC side, so once I hit Portal 2,
Yeah,
I actually found it quite easy.
fair enough.
And I blistered through that.
Yeah.
And the only difficult bit about Portal 2 I found
Yeah.
was playing it with my little brother. Because you're a
don't.
shit.
Don't.
Right? And all the times you had to put those barriers out that went across
Yeah.
and, oh, look, I've moved it, you're dead. Oh, no, funny. No.
Yeah.
No, you're not funny.
Frustrating.
You're a dick.
Yeah.
Let's just
But
get
the
on to
co-op
that.
is great in that game.
Co-op is great in that
Yeah.
game, and it was nice, but it didn't.
I can just imagine
You
Tom
remember,
doing it.
I was
Oh, all the
technically
time, he was
a
such a
child when I
twat.
played this game, so...
Yeah, well, so was he.
No, he wasn't.
Well, he's what, 6 years older than you? How old are you? 22?
22, yeah.
Yeah, he's only 6 years older than
See,
you.
in my head, he's like 48.
Yeah, in my head he's 48 as well, but that's the beard, you old bastard, making me fall into the floor.
But yeah, so Portal 2 is my PS3 game of the generation.
Okay, cool.
I was late to the PS3 because I had 360.
So was I.
And there's only when my mate brought it down. I loved the Uncharted games, but I didn't feel like they... I don't know, they were...
Oh, they did find the console, though.
They did, because I played Mass Effect first on 360, then I think I played these. I was like, oh, it's cool. I prefer Mass Effect.
Different kind of game.
Yeah. The game that, and it's very late on, we're talking end of PS3, but the game that made me go, oh my fucking God, was The Last of Us. I finished it in one sitting. Like, literally, I got it in the morning, I played it through, and I was with Abby at the time. She came home, she's already done. I was like, I've got to finish this game. I can't step away from it. Like, I need to know what's going to happen.
The weird thing about that is that what blew me away with that when I didn't finish obviously still, but yeah, I always get shit for that. What blew me away is that it showed me that PS3 still had something to offer.
Oh,
because it was a huge improvement
incredible.
On all the Uncharted games for Naughty Dog.
It was my biggest disappointment about the next gen consoles.
What's that?
Play The Last of Us,
yeah,
and then move on to the PS4. It didn't feel like a big enough change.
No.
Every time I bought a console, there'd been this massive jump.
Yeah.
But then when I went from PS3 to PS4, it didn't feel like it because I played The Last of Us.
See, I always thought to myself, like, when PS4 came out, I was like, oh, that's great. But then I thought, remember how the first Uncharted looked, and look how The Last of Us looked.
Yeah.
And it's like, give a console.
When I played PS4 for the first time with Killzone,
but we're there at that point now. It doesn't feel like we've moved.
Uncharted 4's a big improvement, I think.
Uncharted 4 is, but you look at it to Last of Us.
I still think
there isn't a massive jump in those.
I think it is. I play it again,
and a lot of people don't.
Even a remaster, you can. It's like it looks like a game. I know Uncharted 4 does as well, but that looks so much more real than Last of Us does now. Right. That it really, you see the seams now. The way you look back on Uncharted 1, you see the seams.
Yeah,
you really do. Honestly, like playing it again, it's great. I'm not saying
a lot of people didn't play it, but Last of Us had a really fucking good multiplayer mode. I put in so many hours.
I did. Didn't play it because I wanted to finish the story first.
But no, Last of Us blew me away, and it's still it's in my top 3 favourite games of all time. Like,
that's a great game.
It's just incredible, and you say PS3, I have to say Last of Us. Simple as that. Go on, Dan.
The PS3 was such a difficult one to do because we had Rocksmith on there, which was the first time. Red Dead Redemption.
GTA 4.
Yes.
GTA 4 was
which
amazing
wasn't a big one for me. You also had the Assassin's Creeds coming through, which were really good at that point, and I was like, oh my god,
Fall of Man.
So many. Yeah, that was one of the first ones we got with it because I got the Xbox 360 and my dad got the PS3, so we were able to play the both of them as they were going through. Yeah, fuck Destiny.
Oh, it was a PS4 game.
But
GTA 5,
the game that
the PS4,
PS3 game, yeah. Fuck. See, that was there were so many great moments in it. So I kind of just gone for one that was something for me that brought me back to kind of gaming. Exactly. So it isn't like the best moment on PlayStation 3 if you would take it. It was Ni no Kuni.
Oh,
man. Cool, I'd played so many JRPGs up to that point, and they'd all kind of melted into each other.
They're called favours? No, what are they called? The little creatures.
Shit, I can't remember now.
Favours?
No, they weren't favours. Because he was Welsh and he was alright boyo. That's an awful Welsh accent.
No, that was spot on.
But that's where we're going with it.
That's how it sound.
But it was the game that took me back to how it felt when I played Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
It was that moment of going back and playing that first Kingdom Hearts again. And just being sort of like, oh my god, I love these games. You know, we'd had so many Final Fantasies out and we'd had Kingdom Hearts just doling out everything they could.
Yeah.
And it was like, I still enjoy those, but I played it. And then Ni no Kuni came along and it was like, I played this, but...
Familiars!
That's it.
There you go.
But they'd done it again. They'd taken me right back to that feeling of what it was like to go into a JRPG. And it was just... That is a PlayStation 3 game that I really enjoyed and really loved.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Visually, it was...
And there was so much going... Because, of course, it was done by Studio Ghibli as well.
Of course, yeah. So, that was
so you had these beautiful animatics in between. You had these... It was just
and the whole style
so good.
Suits the Ghibli style, and it looks gorgeous, isn't it? It's gorgeous.
And that was a game that I was like, oh my god, I love this.
Yeah.
And you just sit there... And even now, I'm sitting here thinking, we didn't talk about Shadow of the Colossus. We didn't talk about... You know, I could even have that on PS3.
That's PS2, isn't it?
Yeah. But I played it on PS3 and that was a great one.
And that's a remake on there. And there's just so many amazing games. And I've got to say, if you take from PlayStation 2 you look at it, and PlayStation for me dominated. You look at the games that you turn around and you go, fuck, and that's not as someone who's there as a PlayStation fanboy. I'm a
not
console
a fanboy at all
fanboy
anymore. I was when I was a teenager, but not anymore.
I own them all. I played them all. I loved them all.
I'm looking at the facts here.
But you look at the games that came out.
Yeah,
The PlayStation
has been on the up and up since PS2.
I still preferred 360
I think
most people did because it was cheaper.
Blades.
Well, no, it's not about the base.
Crossbar menu is great.
For me, the 360
Still looks
was
great,
better
by
for
the
the
way.
online.
Yes,
Yeah.
obviously.
360 was better online
Yeah,
than
yeah,
PlayStation
it's true,
2
it's
was.
true.
And 3
Yeah.
was better than the PlayStation 3 online. It was just a...
I don't disagree. I just prefer it myself.
Well, that is it. That was our rundown of our most definitive games on those platforms.
We missed so many.
We did.
so many.
Personal to
We
us.
did.
Seriously, I have lists
please
for
let
each
us know.
game console.
Please let us know your definitive games for one console or two consoles, all of them if you want, in the comments below, and we will talk about them next Not So Indie Show. We'll talk about your comments below this and go over what games you said, because we're guaranteed to have missed some. We're only human, we make human errors.
I didn't miss any. They're
But,
all on here. It's just I was only allowed to say one.
Yes, that is going to wrap up this episode of the Not So Indie Show, guys. As always, thank you so much for stopping by and watching or listening. As always, you can find us on all podcast services apart from Spotify, because we're in the UK. But you can find us on YouTube and watch this video form. Or if you really like what we do, and you can get this early, 1 week early, over on patreon.com/indiecredible just for $1. And also you get exclusive pre and post show weekly podcast content.
Yeah.
But as always, I've been Lewis. You can find me at What's Up Woody if you want to follow me on Twitter or over on Twitch. And if you want to follow Tom, you can find him at Shriek and Profit on Twitter. And if you want to follow Dan, just type the Dice Bear into Google, and everywhere you can follow Dan, it
He's there,
just pops up right there. As always, guys, thanks so much for stopping by and watching. Until next month, goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.